Hey everybody! Welcome back. I'm your friendly neighborhood Prax. Welcome to the channel. It's Sunday night. That means it's time for Romance in the Blue Rose. And tonight is the penultimate episode for Season 2. And some fun things will be happening. So I feel like... Oh, Pope is being so kind to you all and giving you your first conviction point.
Pope knows we need it.
And then Grumpy's got you.
Prax cackled before the stream started about how excited they were. So I stirred.
Everything's fine. Why would you be concerned about anything like that? I do. Yeah, okay. So we'll go around, let all my friends introduce themselves, all those good things. And we'll start with, hey Lindy, how are you? How are you feeling?
No, I'm good. I'm pretty good. I'm feeling fine. Ritka not so much. Because I'm playing Ritka Sokolov. She is, there's some stuff happening and it's not great. And she feels a lot of ways about things, but that's fine because we're all here. We're gonna play a fun game and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. It'll be great. Everything will be fine. Yeah. I don't know why you'd be concerned at all. Hey Simon, how are you?
Hello. Sorry, was looking for the mute button. Oh,
look, there's a trooper.
And we have a trooper.
And isn't it great? I planned things in this reason. Yeah. So, you know.
Hi, everyone. I'm Simon. I play Vishard, he, him, and I think we'll be okay. And I think there is no larger conspiracy at work. We good. Everything good. Also, I will never again gain any HP for the remainder of this campaign. So yay.
Unless your con goes up.
Unless my con goes up, but I have a whole lot of other things to take care of first.
You know, that'll be interesting. We'll see what happens. Hey Pooja.
Prax like if you survive. Hello! Hey everybody, I am Pooja, my pronouns are she, her, and I am back playing Delmay Ferox, also she, her, and I guess we can call her the resident, I mean, does she deserve the term resident reckless one? I don't know. I mean, we've got some pretty reckless folks here. Ritka and a sub-circle. Again, resident button pusher. I think that's what I'll call her. If she sees a button, she gonna push it. So this is only gonna end well.
Yeah, everything's gonna be fine. Hey Trooper, how are you? You're still muted. You're off muted from Zoom, but you know.
No, I'm sorry. There was clearly the power went out. We sometimes have these like micro power outages that last for like 1 second or 2 seconds. Often when I'm sleeping, and then when I wake up, I know that it's happened because my computer's off, not sleeping, and all of the clocks are turned to 0. And I forget that I have to return on phantom power on my, my audio interface, or else you can't hear me. So that was it. I need to go and reset all of our clocks. Anyway, hi, I'm Trooper SJP, and I am playing Russ, or Russet, a Rhyhawk, a sort of a large psychic bird, and Russet's pronouns are he, him, and that's me.
All the fun things. Good to know. So, last week, after defeating the Lich and securing the house, you then proceeded to search the house to see what else you could find out about Raoul Valent. And perhaps see if you could discover where his phylactery is. Cecilia is still unconscious, drained, tired, weakened. Rit, you found a couple secret passageways. You found a couple secret locations. Then, Ritka and Fedor tried to sleep it off. You know, things that they were concerned with because that was, a lot of torment that they suffered. Briefly, for a period of time. Like you do. But then, you found some secrets, you found some books, you've had some questions about the path that Raoul had taken, at least as concerned his sorcery, desire for immortality, his obsession with Empress Delsha, the dark. Yeah, lots of things were going on. Look, I have notes for 2 games in my same place, and I was looking particular. It was a very important note. I just need to know exactly who was still in the building when... Well, there was the first nightmare that Ritka woke Dmitri from when he... Or not Dmitri, Fedor from when he was talking in his sleep about, a very pretty ball and perhaps the Lich King. Then you all decided to...
We had been planning on interviewing the staff.
You had been planning on interviewing the staff after you had your conversation and determined a lot of things, and then Fedor started screaming. So the question is, do you wish to continue interviewing the staff, or are you going to do something about the fact that Fedor's screaming?
We hadn't started interviewing the staff yet.
No. Well, I mean, you had,
No, I think
you had Cullen and Vivienne doing general beginning interviews.
Yeah.
And a reminder of who's still in this building. There is... I have it. There is the full menagerie, Whisper, Aeson, Ragnar. There's Russ, who doesn't count as part of the menagerie, but just in my psychological connections. Fedor, Dmitri, Bashar, Delme. Thank you, True. Vishar, Delme, Ritka. Then you have the others from the Sovereign's Finest that had come to assist you. You had the squad of 2 warriors and 2 adepts. Cullen, Alistair, Vivienne, and Hawk. Garrett, Hawk. And, you had Cullen and Vivienne collecting up the household staff and interviewing them in the upper courtyard balcony and kind of trying to get some information and general information about that. You had retreated to one of the bedrooms where Fedor and Ritka had been enjoying platonic cuddle sleeps to get over, torment and being down to 9 hit points.
And Russ was on the balcony, waiting for them to finish their thing. And we had not yet investigated the basement.
You had not investigated the basement, and then Fedor started screaming. So now the question is, what would you like to do? Fedor is screaming.
Oh no. And Dimitri's here this time.
Dmitri is here, and he's trying to wake Fedor up. It's not working.
Oh no. What am I gonna do?
How do
That's a very useful statement.
I don't know. Ritka was about to do something, but after Ritka does something, Delby gonna try.
Can't give someone else my psychic shield, can I? No.
No,
Ooh.
you probably can't. You're not. I would allow for a adept to make that roll, but
I'm
you're
not an adept.
Exactly.
No, that's totally fine. I'm just looking at what can I do? I could torment him. I can mind delve. Oh.
Well,
psychic contact, but that's
Wait, if someone's torturing Fedor remotely, wouldn't
Yeah.
your mind delving into his mind show you who's doing what and what's happening?
possibly.
Well,
it's
I also
still
have mind
sorcery.
reading, but it is sort. Well, I guess I don't know. Is it
Mind sorcery.
sorcery if they're unconscious?
If they cannot consent, yes.
Okay, because I'm gonna try it. Delmy's gonna try to throw up a ward.
Remember, reading someone's mind will give you corruption. Stabbing them will not. So think about that with Fedor. Just maybe some stab.
Yeah, mind delving without subject's consent is sorcery. It requires a corruption test. But, he's screaming. I'll try to make psychic contact to see if maybe we can end his current call and start a new one.
Well, here's the thing. You're still in the group call with everybody else. To do that, you'd have to drop yourself from the group call.
That's fine. She'll drop. She'll drop from the group call and try to establish one. Cause poor boy.
And while you do that,
You'll put a ward.
Delmy, now that she knows how to do psychic-based wards,
Oh,
so it's not meditative.
you don't want to time travel in Cecilia's house?
Oh, there's plenty of other wild magic there. She's still got 3, but they let you switch out.
Oh, okay.
That's 9.
Oh,
Well, I rolled like butt, so I'm gonna use my my
There are
conviction.
2 points of conviction that chat has kindly given you so far.
I will use my own for now, and do it again. Is it a power? No, it's an arcana, isn't it? I was like, is it a power? Ward 13.
13 is
I-
better.
I am still fatigued.
You are still fatigued. I need you to roll.
Wait, you spend all 4 of those stunt points to increase your number from 13 to 17.
Okay, I
If
was
it's
gonna
like-
say like I was just pulling up the arcana stunts, but yes, that higher success is good. I think so. Well, I don't know if I need to because I am familiar with him. And at level 10, my familiarity TN goes down 2,
Yes.
and I have Mighty Arcana, which means that's for Mighty. That's for damage. We're not doing that. But yes, my familiarity TN goes down by 2. But if I roll higher, my fatigue TN is higher, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna stick with the 13 since.
Mm-hmm.
So you're penalized by being better at the thing, right? So the better you are at it, then the worse it
You're
is for
spending
you.
more energy and effort into it, so you might get tired faster. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that.
You're putting
Ooh.
ward up.
And I am fatigued. I assume.
You're very fatigued. Now you're at 2 levels of fatigue.
I'm tired.
Yes, you are. A little cranky too.
Delmay's not used to doing this much magic, y'all.
As an
Uh,
addict. Which I
who
Who
find
do you
funny.
think she is?
Look, if Fedor
An
was an
adept?
animal, I could help.
Listen, she's a wolf girl. No, she's a wolf girl. She's not actually adept first. She's wolf girl first.
Yes, this is true.
Y'all have too much
Um,
expectations of her.
Great expectations?
So you're focusing this ward specifically on Fedor as he's lying in this bed in this side bedroom in this very nice, street villa in Aldis.
Yeah, but I think Ward has it has an automatic radius.
It has
Of
a
5 foot
radius
per
of your
level.
level plus 5 feet, or you can use it specifically to target an individual. And
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm focused on him. So whatever is needed for him.
okay, cool. Ritka, you're trying to establish psychic contact.
Yeah. This could be bad, but we'll see. It could also be fine.
You just have a lot of screaming in your head, but since when is that new?
There. Valid.
Ritka,
I don't want to
you're
mind
trying
delve or torment him.
So, Ritka,
Yeah. Yes. But that's her sorcery, you know?
your choices are yours. I have no problem.
I feel like Dimitri would be the one to try to smooch or slap him out of it. So, you know, that's not working right now.
No, he did
Like
try the
earlier.
smooch. It didn't work.
Yeah. Ooh. My
And
smooch was better? Never mind.
Uh, not going there.
Nope.
You see this ward go up around Fedor as he's still seizing, and that's the thing everyone would realize. Fedor, who has taken numerous hits, who didn't scream when a lich was tormenting him for extensive periods of time.
Yeah, is screaming.
Is
That's really
actively
bad.
Screaming in this bed, and you can see all of his muscles seizing as he's lying there. You see this ward kind of shimmer around him, and there's a brief moment where it fluctuates, and he kind of breathes in, and he's not actively screaming at the moment. And Ritka, you make contact,
Mm-hmm.
but not with
Who?
Fedor.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's fine. Cut to me screaming 2 minutes from now. Or seizing on the bed. It's fine.
Mhm.
Let's go.
Oh, little sister, how kind of you to join us.
Oh, I didn't realize you knew my friend, Fedor.
Oh, I'm going to know him so much better very soon.
Not
Maybe
as
should
good as
get to
I know him.
Perhaps. Perhaps I should get to know all of your friends. You know,
And-
I mean, they were my friends first, right?
I mean, this is true. Except for Fedor and Dmitri. Technically, they were my friends first.
But I feel like at the end, you're just a pale shadow and everyone will prefer anyway. So,
That is an interesting opinion you have.
a true opinion, I am better than you in every simple way. I mean, I won that fight with Richard. I didn't get my ass handed to me like you did.
No. You also didn't have a lot of corruption sickness when you fought Fashard.
Not like that's... So you're blaming an excuse. Excuses are for losers. Good to know that my sister is a loser. I'm sure when you're re-educated, you'll provide a much better service for the Empire.
You did just say that I lost, so I don't see how this is news to you.
Hey, Ritka?
Yeah.
Want another great thing about certain spells?
Yes, you only need psychic contact to use them. Yes.
Hey, wanna roll against your sister?
Yes.
Is she
Would that be a self-discipline willpower?
willpower, self-discipline? Yeah. You know, I mean,
Sure.
like... You...
Yeah.
Can we introduce a home rule where Deirdre only rolls d4s while we roll d6s?
I feel like we should. But also, does being around Russ inspire you? No.
Yes, you have to see him, and he's not in the
Yeah.
room.
I'm gonna
No.
use
Use conviction, not
I-
your own. Save your
yeah.
own. Save your own.
What do you mean save my own? I have reap over what I need to get rid of corruption. That's fine. Yeah, that's not a terrible roll, but it's not a great roll either. It's only slightly. That's pretty
Oh.
average, actually. So,
Also, you tell your sister that she don't know Delme.
Rick is like, I don't know who you met before me. I was just a person.
It wasn't Delme. Delme came after you did.
So, are you re-rolling?
Yeah, I will re-roll.
Are you spending yours or the kindness of chat?
I will spend. How much has the kindness of chat bestowed upon us? 2.
Yes,
Mm.
2.
I'll hold off.
Do
I'll
it.
spend 1 of my own. If I need more, we'll see. Oh no, that was worse.
Oh no, you're pulling a Simon.
I am pulling a Simon.
You
You might want to accidentally spend one more conviction and re-roll to like, really go full Simon. I feel like to go full Simon. Yeah. You've got to do it again.
I go full Simon. All right, I'll spend one from the group pool to go full Simon.
all right?
Sure.
You're spending one from the group pool to
To go full Simon. Yeah. Let's see. Oh,
18.
Curse
You-
remains unbroken.
Is it meets beats or meets loses?
I thought it was defender wins. 'Cause that's how
Um,
we've been doing most things. As far as the magic stuff goes,
yeah, no, I'm just making sure because some
there's
of them,
nothing else.
yeah, some of them.
That's shocking.
Yeah, no, it's pure defense. I was just double checking the actual rule
If-
on
Yep,
the
yep.
spell. You
Imagine
feel,
somebody here could give you a stunt point, which you could use to bump that up by one if you needed it. Like I'm sure you have relationships with people here.
You can't do that with defense things.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
Oh,
it's-
yeah,
I was like, we got relationships aplenty.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
a basic defense. Yeah. But can I tell what she was trying to do? Sister, twin sister.
Well, I mean, based on what you've see from her connection that you've tapped into with Fedor and the connection that you felt, it probably could have been some sort of torment. I mean,
Torment. Yeah.
or maybe something similar.
Because I'm quite familiar with torment.
You are
Um,
familiar with torment, and you feel that little fissure of.
I imagine
sorcery
her
just
torment would feel very similar to my torment, just for reasons.
almost like a mirror of yours.
Yeah. Weird.
And you are now in a psychic conversation with your sister. We're gonna check around with everybody outside, which
But
is
Fedor's breathing now, and he's not screaming anymore. That's the
Fedor is
important
breathing
thing.
and he's not screaming anymore, and he kind of is wheezing, and his eyes have rolled back in his head as he's fallen to the
Oh,
ground.
buddy.
Because, at the end of the day, it really wasn't torment that he was suffering, which would have been
Oh. Which would have been better.
better.
Oh no, buddy.
Because
Get medical. At least there's a doctor like 2 rooms away.
Yes, by the way, you still have Hawk, Cullen, Vivienne, and Alistair in the building. Delmay and Vishard, what are you doing? You have just
Delmy
seen...
is tired.
Delmay, you are tired. You see your ward has gone up. It's a glittering, like almost encasing shell, and you see Fedor start to breathe easier, and like his muscles start to relax from that seizure that he was experiencing. He's no longer actively screaming. You can all, as you start to kind of breathe heavily from your own tiredness, and you can see. Wait, are you maintaining the psychic call with Russ? No, Russ has got the psychic call. So you two are still in the psychic call with Russ. Ritka is not. You can both see that moment when Ritka's eyes just kind of glaze over as she's left your conversation. She's a little busy.
Serious face on.
Delmay is going to say, Russ, get in here. And then and then I think you see Whisper immediately sensing how tired Delmay is, come and be a good emotional support wolf and just like kind of like wrap Delmay's legs in her body. And I think Delmay kind of just like,
Look, Delmay shouldn't try to move. Having personal experience with dogs like who do that, you will flip over and you will not be able to get back up.
I was gonna say, Delmay was just gonna sit down on the floor
Yeah,
and
that works.
look at Ritka and watch to see what happens with Ritka.
Bashard, what are you doing?
Would I also see what's happening to both Ritka and Delmay? Because I figure I'm next Delmay.
Yeah, you see Delme start wheezing heavily and then kind of sit down with Whisper. You would see Ritka's eyes kind of glaze slightly over. You're paying attention, you're all focused in here. And you know that she's left the call, the psychic connection between you all.
Delme, what's going on? Are you alright?
This is more magic than I've done in a day. I'm just a little tired, but I'm okay. I think he's fine now.
Who? Fedor?
Something attacked him. I don't know what, but I think Ritka does.
Looking at
Little spin of a head.
She's got her serious concentration face on it. She probably does like a slight, like not quite a wince, but almost a wince at one point. Like, oh, no, okay.
Does it feel like, just by looking at you, does it feel like you're in a battle of will? Like a psychic battle or something?
Looks very serial right now. She doesn't. I mean, you've seen her look very serious before. She's got that very serious, like she's doing something, and she's completely ignoring the rest of the room. She checked Fedor, looked, and then went back into the zone. That's about as much as she's paid attention to her outside surroundings at the moment. So she's definitely doing something.
God damn. Okay, so why can't I split myself in two? I will have if Delme, you look tired, I will provide comfort, and I'll send Ragnar to act as a pillow / comforter. Well, like a 800-pound comforter, but you know.
You're sending the bear to give bear hugs
Yeah.
to Ritka.
Well, it's either so here's
I'm
the
just
thing.
making sure I understand.
Yeah, no, but my dilemma here is I want to hug one of them and I want to massage the shoulders of the other to lessen their stress. So either the bear does the massages or the bear does the comforting and I do the other.
I just feel I would like to point out that you don't have claws and the bear does.
Exactly. So yeah, I'll just get behind Ritka and grab her shoulder blades.
Ooh,
They're very
nice.
tense right now. She's like when you're tense, ready for something to pounce or jump back or something. She is just super tense.
Russ, what are you doing after Delme says get your butt in here?
Well, we'd have to go earlier the minute the screaming happened.
Yes. Okay. The moment the screaming happened.
The moment the screaming happened, I look at all of the people to see how they respond, specifically the help, to see who seems, if anybody has a reaction that is not like the others, right? So screaming happens, is there somebody who's not surprised, or is everybody surprised? Just to sort of get a sense of
Or someone too surprised, oh my gosh.
if somebody's too
I
surprised.
I feel like that's perception empathy.
Okay. So I'll just do a straight perception.
Mm-hmm.
19.
19. You have 5 household staff that are in this group with Colin and Vivienne. 2 older human women who very much look like they've been part of the staff for 20, 30 years. They're both disconcerted when the screaming happens and have that momentary nursemaid mom teacher moment of checking that visual pan of where's the small child screaming, I need to, that immediate, you see it every time. That moment somebody starts crying or screaming in a mall, and every teacher or every parent just starts swiping left and right. That's what you see. Those 2, you see that immediately. There is male night person who hears the screaming and looks concerned but also confused and just keeps rubbing his ear in that way that's very much like there's something off in what he's hearing. So it could be either his hearing is hearing a different pitch and he's not necessarily as in tune, or there's something else like auditory, but he's confused in general, and it's a general confused response. There are also two young human males, both dressed in livery that looks like it also kind of goes over basic leather armor, you know, kind of that level of like bodyguard, foot soldier kind of person. And they seem to immediately start to reach for a weapon that they don't have. As if there's screaming going on, I am supposed to be, oh no, wait, you've taken all of my weapons, because no one here seems to have any appearance like they expected this, that this is something that they was used to. All of them are, there's a level of confusion. A moment, 2 moments, and then you hear Delme in the call, calling in, shouting for your assistance.
Now, Rick had already told us about the dream, that Fedor had been in the dream, so
Yes.
we know that.
He was in the middle of explaining that to you, and then things happened.
And I'll just say to our NPC party of our DA party, I will say, well, I'll just call
Are
them.
you?
Like,
They're not. Are they in the call with you?
yes, I put everybody
Okay.
who was in the Sovereign's Finest in the call, but not Fedor Dimitri, because they're guests, not in the Finest. So they don't need to be in like an official Finest call. Some people have been being paid by the Finest, Ritka. So
And committing identity theft and fraud. So, you know.
A very interesting question.
So he will say to the DA quartet, watch them. The night person seems to have something going on. Maybe have the doctors check him, see what's going on. I'm going to be in the other room for a moment, see what's, yep. And then we'll sort of fly over to the other room. Sure that
Vivian will go towards this young nightman, male nightman.
Night watchman? The night...
Male night person? That seems unwieldy. I'm sure there's a better title there somewhere. And again, she's an adept and a healer and starts going in and evaluating him. Cullen is moving in such a way to kind of stand so that he can put his back in a way that he can watch both out from, because again, you've kind of corralled all of these people in this like area on the balcony, so that he can watch out for anything coming towards them, but also watch these people here. Alistair and Hawk, who were doing a sweep of the first floor, because that's where you sent them.
With us, and then we'd all sort of come back up, because we...
Yeah, you would all come back up. Alistair and Hawk you hadn't brought them back up. They're doing a other sweep of the rooms. Double checking. I
thought we'd finished the first floor before we did the whole shenanigans.
You did the whole first floor, and then you sent, when you kind of had this come together to have this conversation, you sent Alistair and Hawk to do a sweep.
No, because we'd already done the sweep. Because we'd done the sweep first, yeah.
Then they'll be coming back upstairs to the second floor, just because they were doing something weird. I don't know. It was Alistair. He got lost.
Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks.
Well, remember, Alistair was the one who guarding the door on the first floor.
Yeah.
As you were doing that middle level. Yeah. So he was the one who was still down on the first floor, and then I guess he couldn't get the door open from the inside, and he needed Hawk to help him open the door.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because it's Alistair, and he's just...
Yeah.
But they're coming back up, and Hawk will tell you that the two of them will help Cullen and Vivienne and take point there. And then what are you doing?
I come into the room as requested.
As you come in, you will see Vishard massaging Ritka's shoulders, Ragnar providing emotional support grizzly bear hugs to Delme, who is also getting emotional support hugs from both Whisper and Aeson at this point. Because, you know, just giant old animal support pile. Puppies and tutties, it's fine. And that's what you see. Ritzka.
Yes.
You feel something else about this call.
Oh,
Because you succeeded.
I did. What is it that I feel? Pray tell.
It's not like there's any... You feel a presence that's physically closer.
Presence that's physically closer. Like, she's not far away, maybe?
I mean, that would
Or-
be a way to kind of think about it.
Okay. That's weird. Why is she so close? Possibly. Or is it a different presence? Or is it Revka's presence? Can I tell?
You're pretty sure that Revka is a lot closer than expect.
Oh, like under the bed a lot closer, or like in the same city a lot closer, or, you know, because I had assumed Kern, but, you know, she could be a lot, you know. Both of these things are a lot closer, but one is way closer than the other.
I would need roll me perception, and if you have psychic as a focus in anything else, if you have psychic
Oh,
as a
in
focus in
anything
anything
else,
else,
yes.
we'll count it as a focus because you're
Sure.
in psychic contact. So we're
Yes,
gonna.
I have psychic communication as a focus.
Yeah. Okay.
actually.
So we're using perception, but you're still in psychic communication. So
Sure. Yeah.
that's what we're doing here.
Okay.
I think the
so
question
perception.
is the call coming from inside the house? I think that's what
Is the
Lindy wants
call
to know.
coming from inside the house? Is it a local? Is it, I mean, I feel like it's a collect call either way. But you know, yeah, I'm just gonna roll eyeballs, but pretend it says psychic instead of eyeballs, because that's the
Yeah. Okay.
equivalence.
That works. That works.
15
15.
for my
Definitely.
psychic eyeballs.
Definitely in the same city.
Oh.
Definitely, possibly
Oh.
closer than expected.
Okay.
Oh, little sister. Her ladyship will enjoy the present about to give.
With ladyship. She's
No.
like, I don't know who lives here. Is that what she's thinking? She's like, Cecilia lady? I don't know.
Oh, no.
Delme seems kind of ladylike. That's just what Ritka, like, the back of her mind that isn't in the psychic call is thinking. She's like, ladyship.
That's called denial. It's more than just a river in Egypt. That's all I'm saying.
No, she really doesn't know people's actual ranks. She's never particularly cared. So she goes, her ladyship. Well, what do you plan on giving her? Oh no, again?
No.
Oh no. Okay.
I
Oh,
love how
no.
you leave me all of these boys right here.
I didn't leave them here for you.
I'm pretty sure you did. Talk to you later, little sister. And the connection drops.
I think she just kind of like drops, and then like the tension drops a bit from her. Revka is in the city. She's nearby and has a gift for her ladyship. Who is her ladyship? Is there a ladyship in particular
Lady Talus,
that I
I
should
assume,
know about?
right?
Oh, that could be. You know, I don't know if she was referring to someone Alden or not. And she said something about presents for everyone. I don't know what she was doing to Fedor. She tried to torment me. She's not great right now. She's very close though.
I
in the
wonder if
city.
Lady Talus is also very close in that case.
That is an excellent question. Well, we are all here.
How close?
I'm gonna reach out to my boy Carnage.
You'll excuse me. I'm gonna drop this call. We need to report this in immediately. I'm gonna hook Vashard in with the first envoy.
Maybe you should check on the people in the courtyard too, just in case. Because we are all up here. I'm going to call. I'll be right back. Carnage!
With a 20. I love how this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. As close to critting as you have ever gotten. Is your emotional.
boy.
Don't cry for your emotional support, Wyvern.
Emotional support, Wyvern. I need to make sure everything's okay at the villa. And he's at the villa, so he would know.
Also, we still haven't checked the basement. You know, where.
We have not checked the basement.
Yeah.
But Royska's just saying, evil sister's here doing bad shit and is ready to fuck up some things, so maybe you should check someplace. Check in with your people.
Yeah. I connect Vashard with the first envoy.
Okay, we'll come back to Russ and Bashard, because we're gonna have Carnage, because Carnage, Justice Boy, sorry.
I think that's how it comes through to Carnage.
Help!
She's
You
just
need
a little
help?
bit-
I help. I
Oh.
good help. I good help.
Are you okay, Carnage? Is everyone at the villa okay?
Yes. I'm
Has
tired.
anyone come by the villa? You're tired? I'm sorry.
No.
No one has come by. She's like, I really want to have
Everybody
my
went out.
wyvern
No
come
one
here."
stayed.
How long ago did everyone go out?
Now we have this long pause as I try and
I
determine-
know. Take a minute.
It basically he would try and explain that the last time someone was here was when Vashard left the villa.
Okay. Yeah, she was like, which of us are the last one left? Because, you know, Dalmay's mom and dad are in existence. No?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
I can play. I can come play.
As much as I want this wyvern to just come into the city to help, because it's probably not the best right now. She goes, how about you get ready to play? I will call if I need you, but I need you to have eyes and ears and contact me if you see or hear anything odd. Or Lady Talus.
Okay.
Thank you. I will message you again in a bit.
Okay.
Okay. She's like, my boy's okay. I think she just has a little bit of relief as she ends the psychic call with Carnage.
Vashard, you're in connection with the first envoy.
First envoy, I'm connecting to you to senior envoy Vashard. There are some serious problems.
How serious, and am I grabbing a sword as I get out of bed?
You should be out of bed already.
The answer is
armed.
yes, I'm getting 2 swords. Okay.
And
if,
maybe
like,
the
you-
Knights of the Rose too.
There's a long
is a-
pause there.
There is a powerful enemy hiding in the city. More than the Lich we warned you about.
Oh, something worse than a lich. You bring me all the good news, you know? Some days. Some days. Alright. Knights of the Rose, where are you? Where am I going?
I'll turn to Ritka. Did she say anything as to where she were?
No, she just said she was going to get a present for her ladyship. I know I could feel that she was close, that she was in the city, closer than we thought. She's close, she's in the city. That is all I was able to infer from this weird psychic connection we have.
I will give the first envoy a rough physical description of Revka. Just
They
basically
should know what
Ritka.
Rivka looks like, yeah. But more corrupt, maybe.
Ritka but
Maybe
corrupted.
vampire.
Yeah,
Corrupt
but
Rivka,
will probably show signs of corruption. We don't know.
Yeah, we know.
She is somewhere in the city, and she is working with a powerful vampire.
I believe the part of the theory was that maybe Revka was a vampire already.
Possibly.
You're not Narcol.
Yeah.
You dropped out.
I think
yeah.
she's just like possibly a vampire. Where could she be? She's just muttering to herself. At least Carnage is okay.
So we might have Revka as a vampire in the city, maybe even in the estate where we're at. She mentioned a ladyship, which might be Lady Talus, which reason Lady Talus might be in the city for all we know. So that's bad.
And I think Ritka will turn to Vishar to go, oh, also she wanted to like reinitiate us back to Karn, apparently, recondition, which she probably wants to take you all to. Just throwing that out there. It's fine.
I'll relay that information to the first envoy that, she's an agent of Kern and probably loyal to the Knights of the Skulls.
We haven't checked the basement of the estate yet. We were distracted by a psychic assault on one of our guests. So, for all we know, they could be in the basement. We're gonna check that out.
Mm-hmm. I'll see you in 15 minutes. Don't die.
All right.
I mean that. Don't die.
I cock my head, looking at Vishard to see if Vishard has anything else that he wants to say. Make sure that the Sovereign is safe.
Already done. I will see you in 15 minutes.
Like, click
13
off
minutes.
I click off the communication since it looks like Vishard doesn't have anything else to report.
No.
And then I will
Candlestick.
pull up a call.
Bishard brought your
everyone.
weapons. No, he didn't.
Did
bring
he
your
bring
Delme-
weapons? Oh,
No.
he did. That's right. She's gonna get her
Delme
weapons.
is straight up curled on Ragnar and listening with her eyes closed.
Who are you getting in
She's
psychic
tired.
contact with?
All of the Sovereign's finest, not Dimitri Fedor, but yes to Ritka.
You do not get 4 responses.
Oh no, she's here.
I do not get our envoys.
You do not
Well,
get.
they rolled bad against her. She rolled an 18 again. They all rolled not 18s.
Our envoys are not being connected in, which is bad.
That's probably Revka.
I'm
Can
Set
she
up a
come?
perimeter.
drawing my sword and going
Set up a
to
perimeter.
the room.
Don't leave the
where-
room yet.
Can she
Do it.
come later? I need a nap. God
Try
damn.
to get one in now. She also talked about kicking her, how she kicked your ass, Shard, and I didn't. So, just letting you know that she's in that kind of a mood. I don't know if that means anything to you, but there was a weird animosity between you two, if I recall. So,
Since Vishard's just leaving the room, I drop the call and reconnect with the Sovereigns, with the first envoy.
Okay,
because-
did Bishard actually leave the room? Because I know Simon was about to stop that action. I want to know what
No,
Simon's
if
action
the
is.
moment I hear that everyone's been, taken out or something, we're not wasting any more time. The menagerie's coming with me, and we're going to the room where the DA crew was.
Yeah, the balcony. Yep. So
Yeah.
he's leaving. I drop the call, and I call the first envoy, which is easily done.
Delme
What's
has
wrong
hitched a
now?
ride with Ragnar.
The 4 envoys who were left, they were watching the help. They are not able to get in contact with right now. Our senior envoys moving in. Just want to let you know, I think we're under assault at the moment, probably by a vampire.
Don't die, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And she just stops and keeps going.
And I'm gonna try to reconnect the group.
Vishard, you are going out the door. Delme, you're riding the bear out the door. Ritka, what are you doing?
don't want to leave Fedor and Dimitri, but they should not come with.
Dimitri is up. He is grabbed the standing candelabra that's on the side. He's looking at you like, I don't have to worry about this anymore. And he's knocked the can, in one motion knocks the candles out, and he's flipped.
Yep.
He basically has a pole arm, a cast iron pole arm, but
She says, yes, and is unconscious in another room, correct?
What? And Cecilia is unconscious in another room, but she's
like,
under,
all right, let's get the...
medical guard.
She's under medical guard. Yeah, but there was 4 guards downstairs, so like...
But we were not able to
put all
contact any of them, right? So
Let's put all the unconscious people together at least, so they're all at least in the same spot. So she's just gonna grab Fedora, because he needs medical attention too at this point.
I'm gonna say I was not able to contact anyone else, so it's entirely possible that all of the guards are dead.
Goop, Fedor...
Well, no,
And
Fedor
just
is
try to-
standing. Fedor is, at this
Fedor's-
point...
He can stand?
Oh, he's standing and he's grabbing that
The candlestick.
candlestick again.
Yeah.
And grabbing the two of them and
Mhm.
cracking his shoulders. And you just, that full body crack after like...
Yeah. Oh, I had one of those yesterday. It was so amazing.
Yeah, it can be heard, it's audible, and he's like, did your sister fuck with my head?
It was my sister, yes. You should not face her right now.
No,
Look
I'm
like
going to have this conversation because only one of you gets to fuck with me like that, and it's the one that I fucked.
Cecilia may be in danger.
Well,
as
let's
everybody's
check-
leaving, like, oh well.
He's like, well, let's check on Cecilia and see if they can give you a quick heal on the way out.
Okay, so you and Fedor and Dimitri are heading
Just to make
towards-
sure Cecilia's medical guard isn't all taken out as well, and to maybe give Fedora a healing boop because the boy needs it.
Yep. So it's just down, literally at where you're going, like
Up the hallway.
down the hallway.
Hmm.
You're going down the hallway. They're going out into the courtyard, and
We can catch up if need be.
yeah,
but
you're,
I'm
you're
gonna
within
go with,
shouting
everybody's
distance.
at least okay.
You're in
I'm gonna go with
shouting
Rika.
distance.
Mhm.
From on one side, you're on one side of the courtyard, and they're at the far end. Vashard.
Because it also kind of seems like Revka wants the Kernish crew a little bit, so she's like, no, no.
And I'm following Ritka because we have Ritka and 2 guests, and someone else should be with them.
Yeah, because we like none of us are in the Cyber's finest, so
You have a uniform, so it counts.
not wearing it.
Has she ever worn it? No.
Nope.
Neither has Delme.
Well, you have an
Yeah.
insignia. I know it.
Not on her at the moment.
Vashard. As you come out of the room and are making your way down the balcony, could you roll me perception eyeballs, please? In this candlelight and
yes.
starlight that's shining down on this courtyard balcony.
What's my perception? Oh, there it is. 14 eyeballs.
All of the lights at the front of the house where on the balcony are gone. And you
Cool. But
cannot
I...
see anyone.
Okay, but I do have dark sight.
You do. I mean, it's that's what I'm saying. Is like, you. Let me rephrase that. You do not see anyone standing up.
Hmm.
There are no lights, and there's no one standing visibly. If anyone is like, because of the, it's now at the point of as you're walking, you can't see anyone because of, like, the side of the balcony that would be in front of you, right? You're coming 90 degrees from where they are. No one is visible standing from where you are. It's not about you're seeing in the dark. It's that there might be a physical obstruction in front of you and them.
Okay, well, I'm keeping sword in hand.
Oh, I think that's a wise decision.
Delme, you're on Ragnar right now?
Mm-hmm.
Elme is riding the bear.
Okay, so I'll have Asen right next to me. And we'll slowly, I think we'll sneakily stealth in.
Oh, go ahead and
try
roll
to
me
keep
that
quiet.
that dexterity stealth. I mean, that's
Cool. That's
respectable.
a 0.
No.
That doesn't work.
It's an 11, 15,
18, 20 with my stealth
20.
bonus.
That's almost Varisa levels. Bouchard is almost reaching Varisa levels of sneaky.
Sneaky.
You are very stealthy as you pad almost silently down this mosaic tile balcony and come around. And as you come around, like, to the point where you can see around the 90-degree corner, you can now see that the 5 members of the household staff are in this kind of bubble. It's radiating blues and greens, but it's can't really be seen from a distance kind of thing. It's just enough over them as they're lying on the ground, and you see on the ground near but not inside that bubble the other 3 of the 4 members of the Sovereign's Finest that were with you. Vivienne, the taller, dark-skinned, looked like she was originally, her family was from the matriarchy of Latria, adept, is missing. Cullen and Alistair both look like they had drawn their weapons before they had collapsed. Hawk seems to have been attempting to shift and stand in front of the people in the bubble. But they are all collapsed on the ground in some manner. From this point, there are no visible injuries. You'd have to get, like, up close to each of them. And
I'm going to get closer to, I'll start with Hawk.
Can you roll me an investigation?
Which stat is that? Perception?
It's communication.
Yeah, it's
Investigation
Oh
is
no,
to
no,
interview
sorry,
people.
that was wrong. That's the wrong one. Roll me perception seeing. Many games.
18.
Hawk seems like he is. You have seen this before. You've seen it with Delmay, and you may have seen it with Cecilia, maybe not. Hawk is, and you saw it just recently with Ritka. Hawk is very obviously distracted, and he's like gritting his teeth. His eyes are glazed over, but he's gripping his staff, and you can see like just a little bead of sweat coming down the side of his face into his beard, and you see that he's not able to acknowledge you psychically, but he heard you. Once you get close enough, he's going to hear you approach, right? You know, I mean, you're not trying to stab him, right? He's alive. He's just a little busy at the moment.
Okay, and then if he's alive, uninjured, I'll move on to, let's say, Cullen.
Cullen is bleeding
Great shit.
from the neck.
Has he been bitten?
Yes. And he seems to be also seizing full body, like Fedor was.
How far back is Delmay from me?
Where is Ragnar?
Ragnar would be following, but I mean, I wouldn't order Ragnar to, go forward and put you in danger because you're tired. So
That. I mean, being tired doesn't really matter here, but if I'm assuming Ragnar would come forward if he sensed your alarm, right? Like down, yeah.
in my mind right now, he would be following 10 paces behind.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
so
also,
Delmay's
you've kind
on-
of gone from Hawk to Cullen, and they're kind of separated by like about couple yards. So I could
Yeah.
see, like, Ragnar being at Hawk. As you know, that kind of follow checks.
I think Delmay would, based on your face, like I think Delmay would have started to like get down. Because I'm assuming your face is
yeah.
alarmed.
I'm just going to like take 2 fingers and
Oh. Shit. Okay. Delmay's not in a psychic call with anybody. No, Russ has one up, right? Delmay will say
I brought it back up to with everybody.
Delmay will say we've got what looks like vampire bites.
This is going to be an ambush, by the way. Just letting you know.
Oh, we're in the middle of one?
Yes.
Great!
That's why.
What do we do? I think Delmay will turn to Vashard and say, we should be with the others.
how dark is this room? And how big is this room?
So it's not really a room. It's literally just the front end of the you know, it's the balcony that runs along the front of the house instead of along the sides, and slightly unlike the image, because it's the front of the house is it's not a square, it's a rectangle, so the front of the house is about maybe 25 feet, 30 feet in total, and then the length of the house is about 40, 50 feet. And it's this one little area, so the space is probably about a, you know, like a 15 by 10 space, with a couple couches and some flowered pots on the balcony, and this, you know, with a big shuttered window that overlooks the front the street.
Okay, so just to make sure that, well, I need to check the other bodies anyway, but just in case, you know, there is something waiting for me somewhere on the balcony, I will cast forth a purifying light.
And your purifying light, just for my informational purposes, has what kind of radius?
30 feet.
Cool, good to know, thanks.
Wait, I just wrote a 30 feet sanctuary, so it might be 15 on each side. I think it's 30 on each side, though.
Yeah, it's a 30-foot radius. As a major action, you can call for the shining light from the depths of your spirit to fill an area up to 30 feet across. So it's a 30-foot diameter.
Okay, so it would be like 15 feet all around.
So a 30-foot diameter, 15-foot radius. Okay, good, thanks. Good to know. Thanks.
And I will take Cullen,
Mhm.
and I will begin to bring him back to where we were. Remove him from the balcony.
Okay, so you're pulling
Basically,
Cullen off.
Yeah, anyone who's injured, I'm gonna pull them off, and then, you know, at the very end, I'm gonna have to try to bring Hawk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Delmay's no longer on Ragnar, so the Aminals can help.
Yeah, that's what, you know. Okay, so you're going to move, you know, Cullen, and who's not a small man in plate armor. But you can lift him, probably.
Ritka, you can hear Russ making sounds with his vocal cords. Bird sounds, not in the psychic call, just in person. There's some bird sounds going on. That's all.
Interesting. He doesn't do that all the time. She's like, okay.
Yeah, no, he does not do that all the time, but he's making bird sounds. They're kind of quiet, but like they're not cooing like, oh, this is so great kind of bird sounds.
No.
Those are not the sounds.
Are they like
Here.
stressed bird noises? Not that she knows many bird noises. You know, it's fine.
So that's a good transition. Ritka, you and Fedor and Dimitri went, you know, the short route down the corridor towards where Cecilia and her healers were.
because we don't want Cecilia to become a snack.
And Russ is flying with them.
It's a snack. I like that.
A snack, a Cecilia's a snack. Because we know she's a snack, but we don't want her to be a snack. You know?
It takes you shorter time because it's a shorter distance than Vashard had to get to.
Yes.
The door to Cecilia's rooms are closed, but not locked.
She does the knock knock as she opens the door. Because, you know, it's polite to knock, and, you know, we don't want to freak out anybody that is in there, possibly.
As you open the door, you can glance in. There's still one healer who's here, just the healer's apprentice who's, you know, just kind of here, was left in charge of Cecilia while, you know, Vivienne and Hawk were taking around and doing actual important stuff now that they had stabilized her. And he is a young sea folk in the greens and purples, and is just staring at you and through what you can visibly see as a ward. And it's just like, he's got his staff and he's standing like as close to the bed as he can with a ward up, and he's like,
Oh, good. You're not dead or eaten. There's a vampire around. I want to make sure that everyone is all right. Are you... You look like you're going to piss your pants. Man up.
Ask him what he's seen.
Did you see anything?
You said there were vampires, and I protected the patient.
You do. Very good. Nice
I
work.
protected the patient.
Very good. Keep doing that. You think you could just spare a heal for... And I just, like, shove the door
There's a
forward a
ward
little bit.
problem. It's a ward problem, I think.
No, he
Don't know if he can.
He should be able to do both. He might be able to do.
If not, that is fine. He was tormented by the vampire a little bit psychically, and so before facing them,
ward is a minor
figured-
action, so he can do the heal.
Nice, cool. Because like I mean, I'm look like shit too, but Fedora is definitely worse off. He needs it.
I mean, it's not horrible for
No.
this low-level generic.
No.
Yeah,
feel like
it
we
will
need
do.
some
It will do
backup.
enough that you can see the kind of glitter go over Fedor of like a successful healing. Not as bright as Cecilia's has been, and not as good as Delmay's has been to you on occasion, but enough that you can kind of see the, you know, he kind of can crack his neck a little bit. He rolls his shoulders. He stands just a little bit higher. He goes, "All right, now for me to hit your sister in the face repeatedly until she no longer looks like you."
Right. Just heads up, the vampire is my sister and looks exactly like me. We are twins, but she probably looks more corrupt and vampiric. So,
Unlocking the door.
that's a good plan.
Russ
Thank you for
says
your help.
In the call, right?
Uh-huh.
See if you can maybe put some kind of marking on your face, like a soot or something from the fireplace, perhaps, so we can tell you apart. And everybody's hearing this in our call.
Guess she could be hiding her corruption, I suppose. Oh, well, she thinks I'm a clown. So I think she just gets some ash. We have a bunch of ash.
There's a
from
fireplace in
earlier.
this room. I mean,
Yeah.
it's Cecilia's bedroom. There's a fireplace here, and they did have a fire going, because they wanted to warm the room.
So
We
tempted
did
to
use
be
it
like
recently.
smiley face. But you know that might be a little creepy. So I think she will just do like the under eyes, you know, like
Yeah, like the football look.
streaks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
like football players. And then where it's not as visible because her sister could copy anything off her face, she'll put also like a line like right there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Russ notes what has been done in the call so that people can tell the difference.
Okay.
Delmay, how are you?
I think she's still fatigued because nothing's changed. But Delme is going to I think just use her actions to do not cast cure, but to do just the regular heal action.
Yep.
On the people that are being pulled as they come into like a safer environment.
So you're doing triage and first aid.
Yes.
Cool. With the pupper contingent.
Yes, exactly.
And what's good about that is you can do that every time somebody gets injured, but you can only do the healing once a long rest.
Once in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, this way she's doing that, and Whisper is on high alert. Like,
So
head on a swivel.
Whisper and Asen are on high alert. Vishard, you've brought Ellen over to, this kind of corner point where Delme is set up in an alcove.
Do you think you can heal him or stop the bleeding?
Yes, I can try that. And then I think for the action healing, it's just I can look at what it is, but let me roll
It's
my
intelligence
intelligence.
It's intelligence healing, but it's not cure.
So it's 16. I need to look up what they heal.
Yeah, that will be enough to definitely stop the bleeding.
Okay.
He's unconscious still, for narrative purposes at the moment. He's unconscious, but there are other reasons that might.
We're just trying to triage and like stabilize for now, and then we'll figure the rest out later.
Stabilized and triaged. Bleeding from the neck.
Yep.
Bishard, what are you doing?
I'm going to still, shedding light.
Yes.
Going back, and this time I'm gonna take a closer look at Vivian.
Vivian's not there. Vivian is missing.
No, sorry. There was Cullen, Hawk, and
Alistair.
Yeah, I'm gonna check Alistair.
Go ahead and roll that perception, seeing to kind of do that full body and investigation and see how he's doing.
Is he bleeding?
He is. He is not, however, bleeding from fang marks. There are 3 or 4 stab wounds in quick succession along the ribs.
Okay, so
Bishard.
Yeah.
You are a hunter.
Yes. Sort of.
But I mean, you in a general sense.
Yeah, I don't have the class, but
you don't have a class, but you have the backstory for it. That's fine. Sometimes it isn't all about class. These wounds are short, but precision. $18
Okay.
for that military lore. Russ, what question are you trying to get with military lore?
That should be a 20 because I actually do have it didn't give me the
Oh, it
specialization.
didn't give you the
but
specialization, but yes, you do have 20.
plus 6 stun points. The most defensible place where we're at, because Russ is like, this is an ambush. We're being attacked by like secret badness. What is the most defensible place from where we're at where we can get to in the safest way?
Any one of the bedrooms along this second floor would be defensible. Maybe not the room, maybe not Raoul's room that had the secret passage in it, but all of the others seem to be limited one-door access and a window access, so defensible in that manner. The closest might even be the study that you all wrecked the fuck out of a couple hours ago.
Okay. And I'll just say, Senior Envoy, the most defensible place if we want to hold up until reinforcements comes in about 7 minutes would be the study, in case you wanted to know. And I'm going to use those stunts for things. Just
Okay,
all
we'll come
the
back
things.
to that.
The study, you mean this room on the first floor?
No.
We're on
No,
the
no, no,
second
not the public
floor.
study on the first floor, but the actual on the
Raoul's
second floor,
study,
Raoul's private study up here, where
Where
you,
we smashed up that circle with
and
ash.
which you know is about maybe 30 feet from where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So
It's the room with the door closest behind Delmay at the moment. And Vishard, you also are pretty sure that those precision strikes on Alistair, short blade meant to bleed intentionally and incapacitate.
okay. Seeing as how I am not in the call.
You are in the call.
Oh, I am in
Everybody's
the
in-
call.
Yeah,
Okay, I
everybody's.
thought.
That's how I can talk to you. Everybody's in the
No.
call that was in the Sovereign's Finest. That means not
Okay.
Fed or Dimitri.
Because I thought me leaving at first meant that.
No, he can put you in the call even if you're not visibly. That's why.
Or even on the continent.
That's how we called you to here.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. So in the call, I will say, we've got an assassin on our hand. Alistair was disabled.
Oh,
very
so my
quickly.
sister is leveled up.
I'm
Thanks
gonna
to
use
skills.
I'm gonna use that makes me wonder because I can get it for 2 other than 3, which leaves me with 4 stunt points, which I'll use for the upper hand. So a +3 bonus to initiative if combat happens, and that makes me wonder. Lets me get a perception check, and I'm gonna just pick.
It has to be a different type of perception. Well, no,
Yeah.
that only works if you've made a perception check. That makes me
it
wonder.
says-
That makes me wonder. Requires you have already to take in a perception check, and then it allows you to make a second other type of perception check to get more information.
But the
That's what the stunt
talent, right? But the talent
says.
says
And the talent says you can take that. You can use that stunt for fewer points, but the
Right,
stunt
okay.
itself requires you to have made it to have been based on a perception check.
So then I'll just take
Mm.
the upper hand and then advantageous positioning.
Okay, upper hand and advantageous positioning. Good to know.
Mhm.
Russ is advantageously positioned and has the upper hand.
Mhm.
Vishard, you are. What are you doing with poor Alistair, who's bleeding?
And passionate inspiration because I've got 1 left.
Bringing him to Delmy as well.
Mm-hmm. And Delmay will attempt to heal again.
At least
So,
stabilize his bleeding. He's bleeding a lot.
Yeah.
And as you get closer, Vishard, you realize that there must be something off in this entire space, because the amount he's bleeding, you should smell it. And Ragnar and Aeson and Whisper should be smelling it.
Is there blood on the ground?
Yes.
Okay. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Would I'll ask the group if anyone knows of like poison or substances that negate the smell of blood.
I assume this is some sort of magic, some sort of arcana.
I can do an arcane lore.
Go ahead and give me the roll.
Many. That's a crit success. Wow.
Yes, it is.
I'm tired, but my brain works apparently. All.
You're tired, but it's one of those, you're tired, but you can still do things, and you're just a
Yeah.
little,
I'm just a little tired. It's
as
okay.
as you think about it, there are a number of perhaps cloaking, you might think of, spells or hiding
Hmm.
that one might employ to hide themselves.
Ah. We will share that with the group.
You know that 90% of them are some type of sorcery.
Woo.
It's all a little beyond me. sorceress stuff, but I've read.
Senior Envoy, should we tactically move to the study?
We'll bring the wounded as well.
So you've
And
moved.
Rook's gonna sit on Ritka's shoulder
You're sitting on Ritka's shoulder.
I think it's the first
Ritka.
time that's happened.
because I only get my action economy is such that as long as I'm holding the call up, I can't do anything else but move and hold the call up. So if I sit on you, then I at least have another option until combat starts.
So this leads to my next question, Ritka.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Oh, I guess moving to the study. Keeping an eye out for sneaky vampiric sisters assassins.
Okay. Roll me that perception eyeballs.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. Maybe if we pass by another fireplace, getting some pocket ash. In case, she's invisible or I need to throw some in her eyes or something. Pocket sand. I'm a big proponent of pocket sand and pocket ash.
But how do you feel about pocket bacon?
Also good. 16.
Okay. We're gonna use that as your general roll
Sure.
for this movement.
Yeah.
Vishard, you've moved Cullen and Alistair. And Delmay, you've stabilized both Cullen. Well, you've stabilized Cullen. You haven't attempted to stabilize Alistair yet.
Oh, yes, I was gonna do that. Let me.
And
So
you
I
managed to stabilize Alistair.
And I think they each heal the drama dice plus my intelligence bonus.
Yep.
So not much, but still something.
Yes, for them it's rather important. They're both still unconscious, and as you kind of are performing that heal, you notice one thing that Vishard missed a little bit of, which was just like the kind of goose egg on the back of behind Alistair's head, and you just kind of see it, where he has multiple reasons why he might be unconscious at the moment. Vishard, what are you doing in this moment?
Bringing the bodies to the study.
Okay. So you're leaving Hawk. Just checking.
Well, I mean, I have to ferry them one by one, so I'm
You have
coming for
wolves.
Hawk last.
Did you not put them on the wolves like we did with Fedor and
Yep.
Dimitri and other
Put him on
unconscious people?
Ragnar or someone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I'll put
There you go. Problem
I'll put
solved.
Alistair on Ragnar, Cullen on Aeson, and I'll carry Hawk.
So as you is a true statement. As
I'm
you
gonna did you tell us that there's a ward up on the help who are just sitting there on the balcony?
they're look like they're unconscious. And Vishard, as you go to move Hawk, that will be the first time he will react to you, and he'll grab you and try and stop you from moving him.
In a hushed tone, but still, trying to sound as authoritarian as I can. We need to go.
Little busy at the moment.
Just shuffle your feet.
You think that's happening because I'm just, can shuffle my feet?
If he can't move, I'm gonna lift him.
He will kind of fight you on that, but in that sense of like, wait, no, you're right. And you will feel like that tenseness that you saw in Fedor earlier. But you also realize the minute you can try and pick him up, he's not light. He's not an entire lightweight, but he's not Cullen or Alistair in full plate armor. The difference between an adept and two warriors. And you realize he's experiencing something that he's attempting to ignore while also attempting to focus on the spell behind him.
What's behind him?
The ward over the sleeping servants.
Which I assume he is maintaining.
Yeah, but he's keeping it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but he is not unaffected by something else.
With my rather limited knowledge of certain arcana,
Mhm.
would I know that, like, if you need to be within visual range of a ward that you've made?
For an area effect, no. Put it up, yes. Well, you've experienced wards before, and you've seen them when Delme casts them and when Cecilia's cast them. So you would know, just general understanding, that it exists. To put it up, he needs visual sight. And around, it has to be around him, technically. The ward is centered on him. Or it's centered on an individual. So right now, he's maintaining, his physical presence is maintaining the entire ward over the group of them. And he would tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them are under the ward?
5.
And I figure if I move him, he's probably the center of the ward, so the ward goes away.
The ward moves with him.
The ward moves with him, yeah.
Yeah, but that means that if he moves out of range of the 5 people, then they're no longer in the ward.
Oh, put him on a wolf and move everyone else very slowly and just shuffle.
That's
Mhm.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to do.
And
So
if you
this-
talk to Delme will also, Delme knows well how wards work, so
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now that I know, like, that my, knowledge, my knowledge knows of this. Oof, words tonight. I turn to Delme and mentally will say, Hawk's holding up a ward to protect the 5 servants over there.
Okay. All right, let's
We
move
have to move them.
everybody
help?
slowly. Yeah.
Yes,
By
all
this
the help
point-
we can get.
By this point, Ritzka, Fedor, and Dimitri and Russ will have reached you because it's not that far.
Okay.
Then we can each grab a servant or 2. You know,
Mhm.
I mean,
move
you
them-
and
move them
Fedor,
faster.
you and
Yeah.
Dimitri can definitely.
Pick up 5 servants between the 3 of us. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as you move,
And then the wolves got the others, and we could just like move, go, go, go.
and Vishard carries Hawk. Is that what's happening?
Yep.
So as you all move yourselves into the study and barricade yourselves in, we're gonna take a break for the evening.
Ugh.
When we come back, we'll see what else is going on in this house and maybe see what happens and, who knows. Angry Mom Sovereign First Envoy might be showing up soon,
Sorry, myself and my sister. Now my sister sucked.
Mhm.
We'll find out in a moment. But other than that, we'll see you all in a little bit, everybody. Goodbye. And we're back, everybody, as you've moved yourselves into this study. Still has the bloodstains on the floor, the scorch marks, very ashed over circle, ritual circle, but fire in the corner fireplace. And as you've proven, there's enough room in this study because, you know, there was a whole bunch of people and the menagerie and 16 zombies and a lich. So there's enough room in this, like, 10 by...
He's
say
a
10 by
noble.
15, 10 by...
Nobles have nice studies, you know.
Yeah.
He probably has really good feng shui, so that you've got, like, you know, it's got really nice open spacing.
Yes.
I'm sure it's very,
There's a
very
small
nice.
there's a desk on one side. There's a number of books around. There are a couple cushy chairs right in front of the corner fireplace of this terracotta fireplace. There's one window that's on the north-facing wall that looks out into an alleyway, but the shutters have been drawn and you closed everything in. Once you get the servants in this room, now
Keeping
everyone
my
is in...
hawk eyes on that night person.
Yeah, well, they're all asleep. And Hawk is still tense as you're carrying him, Vishard, but he's slightly... But now you are all in his ward. Because it's a 15-foot... Well... area plus level... His level times... Yeah, it's a 20-foot ward. It's a 30-foot ward. Around. So, this whole room is covered in his ward. And he is maintaining it. But he is gritting
Vishard,
his teeth.
Are you maintaining your purifying light?
Yes. Right now, yes.
As soon as they're kind of all hunkered together, Delme is going to go ahead and cast Sense Minds. Casting is terrible idea because she's tired, but what else you gonna do? Sense Minds. Okay, this is psychic, so she's okay. Maybe.
Well, you beat it.
Okay, so it's 11 for a 30-foot radius.
And then every 2 points over that, it increases by 10 feet.
And I can by a factor of 10.
By a factor of 10, sorry.
And I can I add my 4 to
Yes, you can.
so 16. So it's many feats.
And you have another extra stunt point from me.
Oh,
Because I'm
yes.
very inspiring.
Many feats. I think at 13 she gets a 300-foot radius.
Yeah.
At
you're-
15 it's 3,000.
Yeah, and by that point, do you really want to keep going? Because you're in the
No. I think 300 is probably where 300 is a good safe
Yeah, because I
thing.
was
So
just
she
about
wants
to, I was
basically
about
the
to
estate.
I was about to point out, you are inside the city.
Yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Even in the high rent neighborhood, there'd be a lot of people. Sense Minds. I just need to check on a thing if it does anything.
Resistance is psychic shield,
Resistance is Psychic Shield. That's what I thought.
but I don't know if there's like a roll or something. I
Mhm.
can look it up.
Number of general people, approximate number of the general type. Psychic Shield test. Great. Okay, so they have to roll. Cool. That's what I thought. That's what I thought I remembered. That's what I thought I remembered.
Yeah, my sense minds was 16 plus 1 from
Trooper.
yeah, so 17. That's it. So at an 18, I don't detect them, but maybe there's others.
You do. You do detect 2 things, but I'm also rolling against.
Somebody fire GM's dice. Have you only rolled 18s tonight? 'Cause-
No.
Fuck.
I rolled for the DA crew and they failed utterly.
Yeah, she
do
only
a
rolls
lot.
18 when it's against
When it's the
us.
bad guys. Yeah, when it's
Yeah,
against
the
us.
villains have rolled like a billion 18s tonight.
It's very
Yeah.
convenient for the villains, not so convenient for the DA crew.
Nope.
Cool. You sense everybody in the room, which is... So what we're going to do, we're going to acknowledge that you have everybody in this room. So you have the 5 servants. You have Cullen, Alistair, Hawk, Fedor, Dimitri, the menagerie, because you can sense animals, Russ, Bashard, Ritka. You sent, and in 300, you're just basically trying to do the whole villa.
Yeah.
You sense the young sea folk healer who's warded with Cecilia in the room down the hall,
Yep.
in her room. You also sense another adept in this building.
Is it the one that was
Vivian?
missing?
Human. Yes.
Well, because I am familiar with her, right?
To a
That is
sense.
true.
Yes.
So, because then that reduces.
Because you can sense her, you're aware that she becomes familiar to you for the purposes of any other arcana.
Well, and I was also in a psychic call with her and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So,
You can sense her. She is awake, aware, and somewhere in the building.
yeah, because I think. Yeah.
Somewhere in the approximate location. Not within anywhere near the room, but within like 20 feet or 30 feet of this.
Oh, shit. Okay. Just Vivian?
Mhm.
All right, I will say that. Vivian, I think she's within 30 feet of the room. The missing adept.
And an important point I would like to point out for Sense Minds. They have to be conscious for you to sense them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So she is conscious.
We didn't. Mhm. But I didn't sense anyone else. They must have stronger psychic shields than
Probably.
me. But I am
Mhm.
very tired.
Bit of a question. When I reached out to sort of pull everybody in, I didn't get her, but she is awake and conscious, which means maybe she is not her. You know what I mean?
Or she was
Mhm.
unconscious at the time and has since regained consciousness.
Mm.
Could you try reaching out and calling again, perhaps?
All right. Let me
She might
drop
be able to update us some information.
Let me drop the call and try to bring us all back in. Before I do that, however, I'm gonna just, if you all don't mind, try to make it a senior envoy, myself and her, just for a quick conversation, and if also to keep everybody safe, just in case. You know.
Okay.
Just in case. Limit the infection, as it were.
Yeah, and then Vishard does have purifying light up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, good. Delmay's trying to think of like what else they can do to prepare for this
5,
ambush.
10, 16, 18 plus, 18.
So it's like it's by a lot. I reach out to Vivian, that I know of the Sovereign's Finest.
Can you connect with her?
Vivian, this is Russet connecting you with the senior envoy.
Good, where are you? I'm a little lost at the moment, darling.
Well, the first rule when you're lost is to stay put. Can you tell us where you are? Can you describe what's around you?
I mean, it's absolutely ghastly smelling. I'm pretty sure it's what passes for beer in this.
Okay, I need more information than that.
It's a closet, the door is locked, and it is dark. I'm My hands are tied. I'm trying to figure out some way of getting a light up. Give me a moment, darling. I'm trying to make things work for you.
Could you just say what happened?
I woke up in here. I do not know.
Oh,
Do you
Closet
recall how
that
you went
smells like beer.
unconscious?
No, I was talking to the very charming young gentleman who act as the bodyguards for this estate, and then all of a sudden, poof, I am no longer there. I'm sure that it was some sort of magic arcana, but I will have not yet determined what it is, and this is most upsetting.
we're in the middle of an ambush right now, just so you know. Most likely.
I figured
Sorcery.
if I woke up tied up in a
It's
closet,
sorcery.
darling. Sorcery seems so déclassé. Why would anyone waste that time? And the face and the skin tone. Not worth
That's what I keep trying to tell people. It ruins your skin. Also, the environment. It's bad for the.
all very
Well,
true,
so-
darling.
So there's like a wine and the beer.
Perhaps a
Basement.
pantry. Ugh,
Probably in the basement.
sticky.
I'm gonna imagine basement. Probably also where our villains were hiding. Probably. Guessing. We've got reinforcements on their way, by the way.
Oh, that's good. Do you know how soon they'll get here? So maybe I can get out of this closet, or are you going to come and rescue me? Your big, strong, strapping muscles, Bashard.
I'm a bird.
I realize that, Russet.
Probably 5 minutes before the
Don't think-
reinforcements arrive.
Yeah.
Good, then they'll be here soon, and I can get out of here. You're coming, right? To get me?
Once the army arrives, yes, indeed. I think you're probably safest right there at the moment. But I'm gonna just keep you on the call with us,
Yes.
just in case.
Yeah.
You just have about 5 minutes.
All right. I'm going to try and figure out what.
I would recommend not calling attention to yourself. Keep yourself stealthy and
Mhm.
quiet, just so that
Vamp-
in ca-
A vampire with sorcery is probably what is the.
Here's a point: is the call is only between Vishard, Russ, and
Oh, that's
Vivienne.
right. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted to make sure
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah.
just for safety purposes.
That's right. That's right. Sorry.
No, I just wasn't making sure from a DM's perspective.
Yeah, just in case there's like
We're just
Evil-
looking out the window then. Like,
flashback. All right, so I'm gonna. Russ is like, I can't speak with my mouth. Senior Envoy, do you want me to keep a call up between we three, or would you like there should probably be a
Yes.
group call in general so that everybody's in contact with each other. You could drop out and Delmay can keep everybody else together.
All right, we'll do. And you'll
Uh,
scream at me if there's anything.
Indeed. And actually, I can just sit on your shoulder and clamp down.
I mean,
Um,
all right.
So, Vivienne, you and I'm your, what do you call it?
Eyes in the
Godfather.
dark.
God bird? Some sort of-
Darling, I don't think so.
Well, and I let Vishard leave the call and as I perch on his shoulders.
Bashard, you leave this call. What do you do?
Turn to the others and let them know, Russ is going to keep an eye out on Vivienne. She's somewhere. Reinforcements are on the way. She's alive. She
That's good.
doesn't seem to be in immediate danger.
I'm glad she's alive and in one piece.
Now we just have to figure out what your sister has in store for us, Ritka.
A gift for the lady. So probably our heads on plates, or to take us all back to Garn. I don't know what machinations my sister has devised. I just know she was very gloaty about them.
Hey, Russ.
Mm-hmm.
Can you roll me a willpower self-discipline?
Certainly.
No.
A very interesting roll I rolled right there.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
23.
I bet it
absolutely.
is.
No,
Yeah.
well, it's the 4,
Absolutely.
5, and 6. You know, the progressive
oh.
numbers. I'm
Yeah. That's what's interesting about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me do this from the focus page because that seems to do better.
Willpower self-discipline.
Yep.
16.
16.
There are 5 conviction points from chat.
I'll take the possession or torment or whatever the fake Vivian or the, because like she's like super sus. I'll take it.
Hey, Vishard, can you catch Russ as he passes out and goes to sleep?
Because I feel
mean-
like if I pass out and fall asleep, they'll know that she's bad, and then then
Yeah, because you can't just tell us that she's bad and try
Well-
to do something to you.
no, because
So
I'll be passed out.
yeah, if Russ passes out, I mean he's on my shoulder. I can definitely just whoop.
Yeah.
He's if Russ snores, Russ is snoring at the moment. He is obviously asleep.
Okay. That
some
doesn't
things-
seem good.
No,
I'm just checking the internet about when that birds snore. Just want to find out.
they do. They do. You're welcome. I just exited that chat. Bird snore. Fun fact.
Wait. According to lifegate.com, this is very important. The noise made by birds snoring is even more annoying than that of humans. I think it's important
Ooh.
to note.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think that actually might be hummingbirds, but there you go.
So Russ is snoring in your arms, asleep.
That is not
Lovely.
a good sound.
No.
Why is he asleep? Did he just drop from exhaustion, or was it Vivian?
I think it has to
Could
be
have been
Vivian.
Is
it might have
Vivian?
been a trap the whole.
Probably.
Vivian, why do you suck?
This is Vivian.
She said she was in a closet, but that could have also. been a
Is
lie.
the what would happen as an Adam? Do I know what would happen if is Russ inside? I guess Russ must be inside the ward of
Russ is inside
But we had a
Fox
psychic contact.
war.
Yeah.
But
yes,
he was in psychic contact
Yeah.
with
yeah.
Yeah.
Vivian.
So you did the psychic contact through the ward
Mhm.
already to start. So
'Cause you can go out.
Mhm.
It's just that people can't.
yeah. But what I mean is we can't the ward's already up and your call's up, so we can't break it with the ward.
Although if
That's
I'm
what I was trying-
asleep, the call's down. Because when you're unconscious,
Oh right, that's true.
But that's the point is, she cast the sleep spell on him through psychic contact.
That makes
Mhm.
sense.
Almost like she does this a lot.
Huh. Interesting.
Remind me
you
to
know,
slap her when we see her.
All right. We can both do it.
Okay. Is there anything else we can do to prepare for things besides Vivian being awful and Refka being a jerk?
I mean, I'm putting up my psychic shield.
Yes.
Oh well, yes.
that's
Given.
I think
Yeah.
psychic shields and purifying light.
How long does purifying light last?
it's a concentration.
As long as I keep it, yeah.
Okay.
We're just like glowing like a beacon in the room. The windows of this house are just like.
Delme literally is going to go lie down or sit down in a corner while they're waiting. She's tired.
So, Delme, you can go lie on the bear, which is lying on the ground next to Hawk, who is, like, seated in one of these overstuffed chairs in the, in front of the fireplace, still gripping his staff, and you can see, like, Vishard, you can see, like, the little lines of tension in his face. Almost like he's struggling to maintain this ward through something else.
So someone's attacking Hawk, or at least trying to break the ward he created.
Yes.
And unless we do something, he's probably going to fail at some point. If only
Well-
because, purely metagamely speaking, Deirdre will roll an 18.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or higher. Well, I could attempt to do what I did with Fedora, make psychic contact with my sister again. I'm betting it's my
Actually,
sister.
you know what? I'm going to go out.
You're
What?
not alone.
You're what now?
No, that's the thing. Let's pretend I'm going out alone.
I don't like this.
I also don't
someone
like this
needs-
idea. Dimitri points out, it's
Someone-
like,
Someone needs to be the bait. And
I'll be the
Lefka
bait then.
But sure.
It should be someone she's not just going to kill. And unfortunately, I
thinks
think
she
it's
can-
going to be Ritka.
But the
She
way
doesn't
that
want
the-
you. She wants her sister.
But she thinks she can beat me, which means she will underestimate me.
I'm pretty sure she thinks she can beat me too. She was very gloaty. She's like, I beat Vishard and you did, and haha. So I think she thinks that if I couldn't take you and she beats you, that she could definitely take me.
Then I would not ask any one of you to be the bait.
I mean, I would be bait, except I can't run very fast right now.
You keep laying down. I will be bait.
All right. The menagerie and I will be hiding on the balcony and get
I
ready.
mean, this is all kind of my fault anyways, so I will.
It's not your fault that you're related to a vampire.
It is my fault. She's kind of how she is now. And then
You
I
have
left
to
it,
give
so she had to fall.
people.
There was a
You
lot
have
of-
to give
blame.
people the benefit of their own decision. You know, like she made a decision for herself. That's not on you. Like,
Did she though? We don't really know.
but I mean, she might not like that if you were like, "Oh, it's all because of me." You're taking her agency away.
And she's evil right now, so you
Maybe
know,
she wanted to be. You were evil for a long time.
I was. I didn't know any better. She knows better, unless she was brainwashed. I feel like her brain may have been very fragile after it had been tormented and kind of broken.
Fair, but I'm just saying, just the way you deserve the credit for cleaning yourself up, I think she deserves a little bit of responsibility.
Nah, we will see. We don't know her scenario.
That's
You always said not to know until you. Well, I'm going out.
just don't blame yourself.
She's just like, nah, I'm gonna do it. And she
Yeah.
like makes sure she's armed. I think she puts the candlestick on her hip just in case. And then we'll step out.
so I need stealth rolls from the menagerie and Vishard.
I can roll a poor stealth roll to make it look like I'm sneaking.
So Vasharn has a 20 with 5 stun points.
Good to know.
I will note that all of my inspiration will still count if you are defending me.
Okay. Yeah, you are with me. I mean, I'm carrying a sleeping hawk on like
Oh, you-
cradling hawk in one of
I
my
can
arms.
see you.
You're gonna bring me into the trap? Oh no. All right.
Yeah, sleeping.
No,
Let's
you're right.
sleeping
Sleeping
Delmate.
Delmate.
3 foot tall.
Delmate, here, bird.
Okay.
Take
Like a
Delmay
toddler.
snuggles. Delmay snuggles with Russ.
I'm like 3'2". I'm like a small child.
What the absolute fuck? 16,
Yeah, Delmay's snuggling you.
19,
Yeah.
20, 21 for Ragnar.
Ragnar's a stealthy bear.
Because
Tiptoes.
believe it or not, he has stealth as
He's
a.
got them quiet bear padded paws.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
And I will use a point of Aeson's conviction to reroll Aeson's dexterity. So that's 9 plus 2, 11, plus 2 for stealth. So that's 13 for Aeson.
13 for Aeson. 13
So it's
for
like 20, 21, and 13.
Okay, I think it's one of those you know. Okay, just keeping those. And
Ah.
Rivka,
Oh my god, that's a shockingly good sneak from
yes,
her.
a
Her dex is
sneaky,
usually pretty
sneaky
shit.
Rivka.
So, but she's out ahead. She imagines her vampire sister is probably more perceptive than that sneak. But if not, hey, that's fine too.
Mhm.
If I could sneak up on her and get a good thwack in or something. Or why, sister? Why?
Good to know. Good to know. You sneak out onto the balcony. That's not what you think it is.
But you finally rolled poor, which means it's probably a good guy. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, unfortunately, it is a good guy.
Ay.
Of course it is.
As you sneak out onto the balcony, you can hear from outside the house the attempts at being subtle that
We're not-
an entire platoon of Knights of the Skull and excuse me, not Knights of the Skull,
Oh,
Knights of
God,
the Rose,
Okay.
Knights of the
Woo!
Rose in full
gonna be real
plate
bad.
armor are attempting to be. They are not sneaking
They're
well
not.
through
No.
cobblestone streets and tiles,
No.
and you know, it's the crackle of the armor is actually rattling against the walls. And I mean, it's like you can do things to keep full plate armor quiet as you sneak.
Yep. Hmm. They're not used to sneaking. It's fine.
And not used to sneaking in the city.
Mhm.
I
Let
mean,
alone at like 3 a.m.
yeah, exactly. They're used to being, if they have to be sneaky, it's out in the field, and it's usually there are other things prepared. But no, they're up, they're out. Yeah, no, that was. But you can hear them outside the house.
Great, at least backup is very, very near. Look for my sister.
Roll perception eyeballs or some sort of perception. How are you looking
No,
for
it's
her?
eyeballs. I look for my sister.
You look with your eyeballs.
My eyeballs.
It's not. I have another very important question. I am making
Yes.
an assumption based on Vishard's stealth roll that he dropped the purifying light. Because otherwise, there's no point in him rolling a stealth roll.
No stealth.
No,
yeah.
of course. Yeah.
I'm just double checking. You know, I double check. So,
Yeah. Fair.
Mhm.
Without this shiny light, with a 13, it's not hard to see that mirror
No.
reflection of yourself.
Oh, okay.
She's seated
What's she?
on the
what's she
side of
doing?
the balcony, on the
Mhm.
railing overlooking the lower courtyard at the southern or northern corner of the house, and just kind of watching and sipping something from a glass.
Oh, probably blood. She probably was like, "Hey, Cullen, fill me up," and that's what I would imagine. Like just like poked him
Or,
like
you
a
know,
spigot.
there was a lot of stabbing of Alistair too.
That is true. One of them, she was like, let me just open this bottle. And you know, I don't know.
It's like a pewter chalice that she's holding in her hand and just sipping from as
Oh,
she's
pewter. Great.
like with her legs crossed at the knee, swinging her legs as she's sitting on the balustrade.
Has she seemed to notice me?
Yes, she has.
She has.
She does not
Well,
seem to have
long time
noticed
no
anyone else,
see.
but she seems to have noticed you.
Cool. A long time no see.
Hello, little sister. Are you having fun?
I'm having a day.
Would you like some? I'm sure you'd appreciate the vintage.
Is it blood? Or is it wine?
How close are you
Since
getting?
since she offered it. Oh, I'll get closer. That's fine. People are nearby. It'll be fine.
She offers it to you. She
Mhm.
offers. Well, there's a second glass, and she offers you the second glass. You realize it has been
Uh-huh.
kind of seated on the railing next to
Oh,
her.
she was waiting for me.
Mhm.
Great. Wonderful. Well, Kernish, Knight of the Skull Training 101 is don't just drink anything anybody gives you. Because we all heard what Fedor did with the people. Hey, drink this, and then they all get drugged. So I think she'll
Yeah.
take it and look at it to see what it is.
You can roll perception, and if you have like nature lore,
No, none of that.
you know.
I have drinking, but nothing like that. 14. It's pretty good though.
You can smell the blood in it, but there's something else alcoholic.
Mm. Oh, but there is blood in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
It's a cocktail. It's like a
It's
mixed
it
drink.
is a mixed drink. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great.
Is there an
Which
umbrella?
I'm sure she's had this mixed drinking Kern before. Yeah. Cool.
I mean, actually, with that 14, you have had it. Well, you've served it. I don't know if you've enjoyed it. I mean, Lady Talus quite enjoys it.
Quite enjoys it.
It's,
yes, I
one of
see.
her favorites, and she talks about the different vintages and mixings that goes on and how
Mhm.
different...
She's a real mixologist.
Well, the different species have different blood... The different blood types
Yeah,
all
yeah.
affect different things.
You want
and
a
then
red or
the
a
mixing of
white
light
or a-
and,
Yeah.
and never a rosé. It's always a little too cloying.
I mean, unless you had a sea folk. Unless you could get your hands on a sea folk, maybe.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're so hard.
They're so rare in Kern.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. I can just looks at it and goes, well, aren't you quite the mixologist now?
I've learned so much since you went to...
Have you?
Yes.
You really didn't seem like the type who would be interested in learning all of these things when we last saw each other in person.
Yes, and then my mind was open to the newer and varied ways in which things could be different. Almost like someone shattered my entire mind and psyche, and then stole my personality, my life, and left me behind to die, and... Oh, that's right. Didn't even try and see if I was alive.
I thought you were dead, and to be fair, my mind was a bit broken at the time as well. Almost as if there was some feedback once I interrupted. What was her name? She was insignificant.
Ludmilla, I believe.
Oh, sure.
The only reason I recall is because, her ladyship did require a replacement for both of you.
Did she? I
And
assume she's the one who found you then.
I learned so much in the last 5 years, right?
You know I have as well.
Yes, I'm aware of exactly how much you've been learning playing me. I mean, but then again, to be fair, I was also playing you playing me.
What's a little identity theft among sisters?
Yes, indeed. And she'll take another sip. Goblet.
So why are you here if you taken such a liking to Kern?
Well, I'm here to pick up her ladyship's property. All of it.
It's me and the boys. I see. Well, that is unfortunately not ideal.
But fun. So much fun.
Fedor really wants to punch you in the face. with a large bludgeoning object.
I'm sure
Just
he can be
so you
made to
know.
see reason. A little retraining, a little time. Re-education is such a benefit for you all. And you're even bringing new friends with you. It's great.
They aren't Lady Talis' property. They are not. They do not belong to Kern.
She says they do.
I know she wants them. Lady Talis wants an awful lot of things. What has the Lich King said about all of this?
You all will serve a purpose in his court.
Hmm.
You'll dance.
A dance. A ball, perhaps.
Yes,
Very exquisite, extravagant dress.
to celebrate
Blood
the-
fondue.
to celebrate the return of someone we're all looking.
Really? I didn't think we were that popular. I mean, I knew we were popular, but not that popular.
Oh, you thought I was talking about you. And she'll like reach out, and if you're close enough, she'll like pat your hand in that kind of.
Yeah. She'll be that
patronizing,
close, because
you
that's
know.
dangerous. Let's do it, yeah.
She'll reach out and like.
Oh,
pat.
not me, Fedora and Dimitri, obviously.
Someone much, much, much more interesting.
And who would that be?
Secrets, little sister.
Well, it wouldn't be Talia, would it? Just to see if there's any... Like, let's shout out the dead lady's name. Maybe she'll get a weird
you
expression.
roll-
Like,
well,
how
then-
did you know?
Then roll perception empathy.
I don't have empathy, but I have perception. Let's go.
I will say you get a +1 because it's literally your own face.
13. Yeah, I can read my face.
You can read your own face. Even a vampiric, kind of creepy, slightly more pallid
was-
version.
She was very corrupt. In fact, she's more used to seeing corruption face than
She is-
non-corruption
I mean,
face.
yes, and that dark, and it's a little weird with that dark charcoal skin tone that's just a little bit more pallid. The
Pallid,
white
yeah.
of your hair, of her hair, just has this little bit of off glisten to it.
Mhm.
And her hair is long as yours used to be.
Oh, but straight. I had the wavy hair. That's interesting. Now my hair's short. Gross. Cool. Okay. But does she give anything? Does Talia ring any bells to her?
She doesn't seem to react to that. She just takes another sip
Okay.
and just raises an eyebrow at you.
Ooh, or is it what what's his face? Cecilia's brother was working on. What was her name? Queen. My notes are over here.
Empress Delsha.
Empress Delsha?
And she will lean in at this point and kind of drape her arm around your shoulder and lean in as if
And that
sharing
would be a
little
reunion indeed.
and she's like leaning a little secret. His Highness has found his loved one. Aren't you excited? And she will grab you at this point.
Oh no.
Now, you can
Do
try
I know if the Lich King had a torrid love affair with someone at any point in time? Was it the Empress Delsha? Because that would be spicy.
you would have to roll me history lore. Or
I
cultural
have
lore.
I have historical lore.
And you're specialized in Kurnish, so yes, I would say
Yes.
you have a lower DV.
16.
16.
Who was he stupping?
You don't know that he was like there were always rumors with him and Lady Talis because she was always his most devoted.
She was always there, but she never believed those because it's Lady Talis.
And
I
Lady
mean, something
Talis-
would have been made public by this point.
Yeah, and Lady Talis never seemed to support those rumors. Like,
Yeah.
she didn't fully shut them down because she understood the political advantage
Yeah.
that they were, but she never shut them. She never supported them. You do know that you never actually heard of him stupping anybody, but you do know that he was the last of the sorceress kings to, rebel and wasn't part of the dissolution of the Empire of
Oh,
Thorns when Empress
Isn't that
Delsha
interesting?
disappears. She
It's almost like he waited till the very last moment. Because it was Empress Delsha. Oh no.
I mean, it
Cool.
wouldn't be unlikely. I mean, you
Wouldn't
know,
be unlikely. Yeah.
you know that Empress Delsha just kind of disappeared. She dies,
Yeah.
and she dies of
Well,
what's assumed to be either betrayal or sorcery gone wrong. The stories are never
Yeah.
100% sure. Nobody's really sure of how she dies, but she does die. And
yeah.
there's the dissolution of the Empire from infighting, and basically you know that the Lich King basically is in Kern at the time and just shuts the borders and becomes the Shadow King in Sorceress Shadow King in Kern. And it's like, you guys can all fight over there, I'm keeping this.
Yeah.
And, you know, the mountain range, the Icebreaker Mountains provide a great barrier for that.
They are a great barrier for that. It's really great to isolate things. Oh no.
And she's got her arm gripping you around the shoulder at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Vishard, we're going to spin over to you for a moment. What are you doing as you're watching? And you can probably hear Revka is not trying to be quiet in this space. You can hear her. As, you know, this conversation is happening.
So I heard everything.
Maybe that last whisper that she would lean in real close for.
Yeah, not that last part, yeah.
No, but the the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm gonna put a pin on that. Because out of game, I even don't recall Ritka telling us how she took her sister's
No.
place.
Well, no,
Nope.
Rika did tell you that she saw her sister, that her sister died. Or
Thought her sister was
she
dead.
thought
Yeah.
her sister had died, and then she took her sister's place. That's what she told you.
And that's basically what she said now. I was like, I thought you were dead. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but the
Identity
whole bit
theft.
about her being tormented and psychologically broken at the time?
Oh, yeah. It kind of went, there was a big feedback loop on that. It was
Yeah.
really nasty. That's partially why Ritka lost her mind and went good. It's weird.
All right, so Ritka and Revka are next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like this.
And
Like,
Revka is seated on the railing of the balcony looking over the courtyard.
Rika's standing
And
next to the
with
balcony.
her left hand, she still has the goblet, and her right hand is, her right arm is around her sister's shoulder, and she's leaned in to whisper to her ear. And then you see, from where you are, you don't even really need to. You can see that moment where she tightens her grip on Ritka.
Thinking. Give me 2 seconds. I cannot throw an animal.
I'm sorry, I was not expecting that.
And I didn't bring my bow. Because, you know, people were having the difficulties. And
There
I
were
had
glitches.
to I had to run over very quickly.
Did you bring the hatchet?
I gave it to Delme.
No, I thought Delmy used it with her brain. She didn't use it with her hands.
She
Oh.
So you'd still
Yeah.
have it.
So you saw it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. See, in
Brain
my
hatchet.
universe, people use tools with their hands.
Yeah.
We evolved
Not Delme.
opposable thumbs for
No.
that.
Delme evolved her brain to use that.
Exactly.
It's the Galaxy Brain meme, which is like, you know, using tools with your hands is just normal, and then using tools with your brain. Then in that case, a hatchet will fly down from the balcony.
Well, I mean, she's still on the same floor with you. It's not.
Sorry.
She's just
Will
seated on the
fly
railing.
from the shadows.
Yeah.
And I think it will. I'm aiming for the hand with the goblet.
With the goblet, not the armor around Ritka.
Well, it's because you see, if you throw an axe at
It
a
misses.
hand that's on someone,
I'm just making
chances
sure.
are the blade will go through.
You can axe me a little bit. That's
I would rather not axe you.
fine. Okay.
And also,
But-
I would rather just attract her attention.
But you know, if you did, we could bury the hatchet between us.
Oh. Oh no. Oh
yes,
no,
it
no,
would
no.
literally
Oh
be
no, no,
buried
no.
in you. That's the thing. That's the whole
Yes.
point and why I'm
Yes.
not doing it. No, so what? Here's how I'm planning things. Throw the hatchet. It hurts her hand. Drops the goblet. She turns around. Surprise bear.
Surprise bear. Okay.
Surprise bear.
We will see if that is her reactions. Go ahead and make the roll.
Do I get any bonus because I'm like hidden?
Sneakity
Yes,
sneak.
because you get
And I'm
ambush.
talking and being distracting, so
I will say you get a +2.
Awesome.
You did lay in wait.
Um,
So that's
Great.
13.
no, that's a point of conviction.
Which one? Yours or the 5 that Chad has given you?
I'll take
Chat.
chat.
6.
I'll take,
Actually,
I'll take
6.
chat.
6. Yeah, chat.
Yeah, I'm
chats.
taking chat and trying to break the curse.
That's better.
That is
Yeah,
better.
that's a 16. Oh, yeah, 16.
And a 16 will hit as she drops as you
Oh, I
strike
forgot that.
the
No, it's okay.
What?
I forgot that now I can take penalties on attack rolls to improve damage and vice versa. But
Oh.
I'm not doing it right now.
So she drops the goblet. You see the impact of the hatchet, and it kind of pins for a moment. What's the damage on that?
It would be 8 or no 8 because I don't. Am I within 6 yards?
6 yards is 36 feet. I mean, it's not that big, so you could be.
Because if it is, it's 9 points of damage.
Okay, so 9 points of damage, but with her armor.
Oh wait, I hit with 2 stun points. Ooh, give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
You did get 2 stunt points.
While that's happening,
You could also
yes.
get more stunt points if you use relationship aspect between me and you too. Because that's how
Was
those work.
she trying to turn you back to the dark side?
She was definitely talking about some re-education and
'Cause
Reprogramming.
offered
My
me a
relation-
relationship.
Kidnapping, you know.
Yeah, my relationship with Ritka is I will do what I must to keep her in the light.
No, your stunt points you give to her, but she can give you.
Oh
stunt
yeah,
Yeah,
I can give you stunt points.
Cool.
Have 2. There you go.
2 more?
You get 2.
You get
So
two.
I'm
say
at
four.
4?
You're at 4
Yeah.
stun points. Delme, you said
All
you were
right.
going to do something. What are you doing?
Yes. In the meantime, Delme is tired and so she's a little slow, but she looks at Russ snuggled up next to her. It just screeches in his face.
Like in a bird
Eh.
way.
Because, well, no, we're not just screeching. She's also gonna like,
I
shake him real hard.
I
But
do have a question.
unfortunately, normal noise does not wake someone from the sleep spell.
That's why I was good for the rough shaking. The
I do want to know if this screeching is in his language or if it's just random screeching. I'm
Delme
just
doesn't
curious.
speak. Well, ooh, Delme could speak bird. Well, no, could she? And does animism work for birds?
Yes, animism counts for all animals.
You
Birds are
speak
animals,
bird.
even.
All right, she's gonna screech at you and shake
Your
you and be
language.
like, "Wake up, Russet!" in Hawk.
Dog. I love that.
All right. This is gonna be a weird salad of stunts. Um, because as a warrior, I can do threaten for only 1 SP. So out of the 4, I'll take 1 for threaten.
Mhm.
Also, because I want to, I wanted to drop the gush. She drops the goblet and everything. I think that counts also as a taunt. So that's going to be threaten, taunt, and also skirmish. I want her, because she's a target of my attack, to move 2 yards in a direction of my choice,
Ooh.
which is going to be 2 yards away from Ritka. But also, now that I strike a threatening pose, challenging an opponent of my choice within 10 yards of me, we make an opposed. So I roll intimidate, and you roll. She rolls willpower, self-discipline,
and then I'm also that's threaten, and then taunt, your insult, or direct one opponent of your choice within 10 yards. You must then that's a communication deception against her willpower, self-discipline.
Yeah. So here are both. I'm going to use. Do you allow people, the friends? Can I use 2 conviction to reroll those shit rolls?
That's
Yes.
fine.
Yeah, sure.
Go for it.
Absolutely.
Delmy's too busy shaking a bird.
They were each less shit.
Yeah.
We went from
so,
a 7 to a 9 and 11 to
so
a 15.
taunt. Yeah, taunt is a 9, and then intimidate is a 15.
She is not taunted,
Oh.
and she is mildly threatened.
It's okay. It
She
just means
sees.
that.
I guess it's one of those. She sees you as a.
But the important part is that she must attack me in some way on her next turn. That way she cannot attack Ritka. That's all I wanted.
No.
Okay, and then skirmish.
She's shoved 2 yards away from Ritka as well. That there's no roll for that. It's
That just happens. She
she's
shoved.
like, squeeze.
Well, here's the thing. She shoved 2 yards away, but she's grappling Ritka effectively mechanically at this point. So she will be shoved 2 yards away, but she still holds on to Ritka.
But she still needs to attack me.
She
which
does
is
need to
fine.
attack you. And,
I just wanted to make put all the chances on my side.
and since she was seated on the railing of the balcony, it's one of those. She's got her arm around Ritka. She's seated on the railing of the
Does she
balcony.
go over the balcony?
No, because she's going backwards, and she's gonna fall backwards and pull Ritka back with her. Changes what she was going to do.
Oh my.
Russ.
Was
you
it
are
gonna be a chomp?
Russ, you were shaken violently awake.
Was I stirred?
You
did.
stirred
So-
from slumber.
So I was shaken and then stirred?
I can't guarantee
Yes.
whether or not you were
Delmay's yelling at
stirred.
you
I
in
mean,
Hawk.
was it on the rocks?
This is what I want to know.
Delmy will stir you.
Look, you might wake up a little dizzy. It's fine. But you are awoken.
I immediately fly up. You know what I mean? Just to, because it's a response. You're like,
And Hawk will look at you when you do that, Delmay, and go, and just have this moment of like, can you wake the others up so I don't have to keep this up and I can stop?
Okay.
come back down.
Delme will tell Russ, Ritka and Rashad went that way. I'm gonna wait the others and join you.
Well, Fedor and Dimitri, when Hawk says this, Fedor and Dimitri will also start helping wake.
Oh, okay, yes.
And Russ will peck on one of them because Russ can peck.
Yeah, it's you have to
Yeah.
do some sort of damage or awaken that way. Minor
So the
damage.
shaking worked.
That's what I But Ritka,
Rough shaking, yeah.
Russ can't shake
Slapping.
people, but Russ can
Bitch
peck
slap
at them.
some people.
so while
There's
Fedor,
just-
Dimitri, Delme, and Russ are waking the 5 servants, so Hawk can breathe a little easier. He's a little drained at the moment. Ritka,
Yes.
this hatchet comes out of the darkness, of shards. It's that
Wasn't
moment of
expecting that.
this is moment of where you just look back where the hatchet came from, and you can just see the glowing eyes of the wolfkin kind of appearing in the darkness of the balcony. Ravka has fallen backwards and she kind of pulls you with her as she stands up and looks at her arm, and you can see just the smallest nick. Because you do manage to get through her armor, but not a lot.
Yeah.
And she leans over and she takes the arm that's bleeding, and with her arm still around Ritka goes,
Not particularly hungry or thirsty, thank you.
"That's okay. I am." And he looks tasty. And I'm pretty sure you've been tasting yourself, haven't you?
Face to face.
I would just like to remind all of you of Surprise Bear.
Yes.
She can talk, but Surprise Bear is coming.
Hey.
She can.
Yeah.
Roll for Ragnar's attack.
And she's like, "Oh, he looks real tasty. You've been tasting, haven't you?" It's like, "More than you ever will." Face to
Whoa!
face.
Oh, by the way, I just have to tell you something. It's really quick. It's not a big deal. Surprise bear!
Surprise bear. Yes.
Was he also hidden?
Yes, he was.
He was stealthier than you.
So then that would be a total of 19.
19 will definitely hit.
So he's gonna use his 2 SP for the extra bite
Mm-hmm.
for a 15.
Oh, not.
Oh, okay. Well, it's 17 damage.
As he kind of swipes from behind, and you see Ritzka, this claw mark come through, and the blood kind of gathering on her neck. And she glances at her over her shoulder at the bear, and she's not afraid.
Oh, why would she be? Ritka wouldn't be afraid in this scenario, so why would her sister be?
However, at this moment, all of you hear something, and you realize you heard the rattle of the plate armor of the Knights of the Rose.
Huh?
Or- you don't hear that anymore.
Oh dear.
You
Oh,
hear
Lady
silence,
Chalice. No.
And
Mhm.
you hear quiet radiate through the building as just the steps of someone in heels sauntering closer begins to radiate across this tile floor. And standing, then there's a gesture and light appears
All they said.
in the middle of this courtyard. Now, I believe it's time we all had a little family reunion. And that's where we're gonna end.
Oh no. What a reunion.
So,
But I don't wanna.
We're not family. I've never met her before. I don't even know her. I'm just saying.
Do you even go here?
Did you even go here?
I would like to point out, if it is Lady Talus, which we have not confirmed that it is, if it is Lady Talus, Russ has met her before. Remember? Because
Yes.
she took a bite out of Vishard.
Yeah.
We were not introduced officially. I feel like it doesn't count.
I feel like she was kind of like, "Hi, I'm Lady Talus."
But we got to have a moment that I've been waiting for since character creation. Look, you give me fucked up Parent Trap, I will take.
Oh
fucked
no,
up
I
Parent
did
Trap.
give you fucked up Parent Trap. Yes. That's exactly what I said.
That's
Like,
pretty
fucked up Parent
pretty
Trap.
pretty accurate.
But we're gonna go around, let everybody tell you all of the good things. How we doing? Are we feeling okay? Are we feeling all right?
Smiley
I am.
panicked.
There's some other people who might be feeling so well, you know. Also, again, I just don't feel like we've been officially introduced, so I feel like it doesn't count.
Yeah, but you don't know who it is. You haven't heard who it is. Like,
It's true.
there's a lady who walked in and, making a statement.
Mm. Mm.
So,
Mm.
I feel like we should go in reverse order of the introductions, and then, so that means we're starting with Trooper.
Oh, it's me,
Yeah,
Trooper
share love,
SJP.
share all the good things.
Let me see. Hey, everybody. I'm Trooper SJP. You know, I was playing your Bird Hawk. And you can find me. What is today? Sunday. You can find me next week. Wednesday. Yes, right, for Witcher.
Yes,
Next Wednesday. And then Friday, you can find me on my channel, Trooper SJP, at 7 p.m. Eastern for Kolos, City of Light and Shadow, a Fate French Resistance campaign. Saturday at time o'clock, you can find me over at Balrog's channel for a charity game, Players vs. Cancer. We're really doing Stille Nacht, which is a great horror one-shot. And Sunday, you cannot find me here for Blue Rose because it's Halloween and we will not be doing it then, but that's where you can find me. And oh gosh, love, let me think. I'm gonna give love to Pooja for Delme screaming in Hawk in my face with a little bit of shaking. Love it. I am going to give love to Simon for making unwise choices involving going out by yourself into an ambush. Because
Yeah, but I know what I'm doing.
Also surprise bear. And then I'm going to give love to Lindy for, just a really pleasant chat with her sister, just pleasant. Also really, I think the love I want to give is that despite all of that, Rick was very polite. She was like, no, thank you for the blood wine. That's very nice of you, but no, thank you. Like she's got very good manners. Riska has very good manners, and I appreciate that very much. And I think I will give complicated love to Prax for having Vivienne be perhaps not so nice, because I have complicated things about Vivienne in Dragon Age. So there's that. And that was me.
That was you. That was indeed you. Sorry, I had to make a note. There was an important thing that happened that I, as a DM, had to make a note about. But directly above Trooper is Pooja. Hi, Pooja. How are you? How are you feeling?
Hello, everybody. I'm good. I'm feeling great. Delme's feeling tired, so good times for all. And, love tonight, my love. I have to give Simon love for Vashar just doing the reckless stuff we all want to do all the time. Lindy love for, like Trooper said, being amazingly calm when faced with, your own evil face. And then, of course, Russ gets love for, in all things, just being like, Mom. Russ and Delme, not that different. We have come to learn tonight. When in doubt, call Mama.
Different? Well, also, but I mean, his mom is his commanding officer, so I mean, it's.
Yeah, I mean, hers could be too.
I mean, but you just got, because look, here's the thing. If there's like a vampire and like a Lady Talus in the city, people should probably know,
Hey, no one's saying there's anything wrong with calling Mom. We are pro calling Mom.
You're pro calling Mom.
I just hope it's not your mom who's here, that's all, because that would be awful.
It's not gonna be her mom, I'm pretty sure, but who knows?
It's not Lady Talus, it's Empress Delsha, and both are bad.
Yeah.
Both.
Wait, maybe it's just maybe it's your mom who's come in to beat up all the bad guys.
Yeah, there it is.
Yes.
That's what
there
it
you
is.
Go. We solved it. We solved the mystery.
We solved the mystery. It's just Eloria. It's great. And of course, love to Prax for doing all the things to us at the same time, because and as for me, you can find me I will be dark for a lot of next week because I am traveling over Halloween, but you can find me this Tuesday over on the Manapod Studios channel, where we're playing the last game of our October flight, and which is in the incredibly spooky world of Control, and things have gotten real creepy, and it's a lot of fun. So come watch at 7 Central. Yes, and then I think everything else I'm doing, I fly out Thursday, so I will be dark for the rest of the weekend. And I guess the next 2 things I'm gonna be on are Control, and then Dune, the Tuesday after. Yeah, I'm very excited. So excited. Yes. The new RPG. Everything. It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah, so come check that out. But that's me.
That is go follow. Oh yes, I forgot to do the thing. I've got this command. I almost forgot it. Thank you, Pooja, for reminding. Go check everybody out. Their links are in chat. Go follow them on Twitter. Go support them because they all do fabulous things. Also, if you haven't watched any of those Manapot Studios games, they're great. They're fabulous. Go support them. And then next up, hey Simon, how are you doing? How's Vashard?
Hello. I'm fine. I'm Simon at Wondering DM. Before I talk about Vashard, I'll talk about the love that I want to share today to everyone again. Sleepy Delmay, who still, by the way, like provided first aid to 2 bleeding people.
She's tired. She's just very fatiguée.
Yeah, but still. It's you know, you could have also not done it, or tried and failed because you're very, very tired or exhausted. Ritka or Lindy will never cease to amaze me with double crosses and secrets. And I can't wait to finally have the whole Parent Trap thing explained. And of course for my love to Russ for trying to keep the squad together, and then the moment he falls asleep, I go and do my own shit.
Yeah. He's trying to encourage you to be a good team leader,
That is why I did not ask anyone to be the bait.
But if you died, it's hard.
But I would not have died. And also, theoretically, if I die, I'll reincarnate. So,
well, that's true, but it's just that'll be later. You'll just reincarnate.
It'll
later.
be complicated.
But the thing is I had multiple
options, impulses,
contingencies. I don't know why I only had the word condescension in my mind and I couldn't get rid of it. And I'm like, why? But otherwise, you can find me next Sunday here for probably what will be Vashard's last fight.
Not next Sunday.
Not next Sunday, that's true, because next Sunday you can find me over on my channel from 2 p.m. in the afternoon until 10 p.m. at night for the Horror Twofer for charity. We're raising money for races, and we're going to have a bunch of giveaways, and we're going to be playing Haunted West, the game by Chris Spivey, of historical American frontier mixed with horror elements. And then we are going to play They Came From Beneath the Sea, a game by Matthew Dawkins at Onyx Path, which is basically a 1950s B-movie horror game. And I've started, pre-generating the characters and looking at what the donations are going to go for and everything. That's going to be a good time. Then on Friday, next Friday, there will be another one-shot, charity one-shot. I don't know which channel it's going to be on, but I will be playing James Robert Brown, the cab driving preacher in a Dresden Files game. And he we've like sort of built our little thing and like played a session offline to try to get like things together, and apparently I am able to exorcise ghosts by creating an effigy of the giant flying spaghetti monster out of actual spaghetti. I get all of my spell components at Walmart and Kroger's because I'm on a budget. And then, so that's Friday. Then Saturday, we're going to be back with Scion. So next week, basically Wednesday for Witcher, Thursday for Sentinels, Friday for, Thursday we won't have Sentinels, sorry. That's true, because people are gone, and also because I have to think on Friday. And then Saturday, and then Sunday, and then all the days. And that's it.
And that's it.
I spoke enough.
Okay. Well, then that leaves us with Lindy, who is last in this case, but never ever least. How are you doing? How's Rika feeling?
I'm doing great. Rika is she's in an interesting mood space at this point. Because despite what Delmay says, all this is totally her fault. And so, she has to accept, she's learned to take responsibility for her actions. And so she should take responsibility for this whole mess, right? That makes sense. Yeah. So that's partially why she's so calm out on the balcony with her vampire sister. Because, she's just got to step up and take responsibility. That's fine. Yeah, it's going to be a wonderful week next week. Can't wait to see what happens there. Love. I loved Delmay shaking and screaming and Bird at rest to wake up. That was just amazing. Vivian, how dare you? Yeah, that's my love for Prax. And then Bashard being like, I'm gonna go out. I won't ask any of you to be bait. And then it was like, are you sure? Okay, well, we're gonna go into a trap. Let's go into a trap. I thought that was great. Also with the logistics of how do I get all of these people into the study? That was also a great moment I loved of Bashard being like, how to leader? Okay, get everyone safe. I just thought those were great moments. And for Russ is just many phone calls connecting people back and forth, and then falling asleep. Just be like, oh.
I have one job in this film, and just because that.
And you do it well, and that's why I gave you
my
love
Galaxy
for it.
Quest in there,
Yeah, I just feel bad about all those knights who got murderized.
I mean, look, if we've got Lady
By
Talis here,
someone.
or Delsha, either one, that's
Or either
not
one's
great.
really bad.
Yeah,
I just
that's
hope
not good.
that your mom wasn't in that group of knights who said that
Yeah.
they'd be here in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
No,
all I'm
she
gonna
was.
say.
No, she was. So
She
yeah,
was?
that's not great.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, you can find me online at LeftLoveLindy, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, etc. You can find me tomorrow and Tuesday night on my channel for Dungeons and Dragons. We've got some time, shenanigans, a possible Bone Devil, what I suspect is 3 kobolds in like a Bone Devil suit, in a weird cultish temple thing on Monday, and then on Tuesday, Grand Conjunction. Planes are crossing, so we've got Harakir meets Barovia Desert. It's very emotional. It's great. And of course, you can find me here on Wednesday for some Witcher fun times. And on Friday on Trooper's channel for City of Light and Shadow, because that's gonna be awesome. And then on Saturday for They Came From the Deep on Simon's channel, because I love the 50s. That's me.
That's all the good things. And
Nice.
yes. And as you all know, hey all, you know me. I'm at Deirdre Donlin on Twitter, or Praxgorth as Meophorius. You see me around here on Twitch. Thank you all. I see you over on YouTube. Thank you. I'm a little behind, but I'm catching up. I'm putting all the episodes up. Next week we'll be back here Wednesday for some more Witcher Roads Home, because somebody's daddy's back. And y'all, this can be real entertaining. And I will probably be doing a couple pop-up streams for more Mass Effect as we push for that perfect destroy ending. Next Sunday we are not going to have any Romance of the Blue Rose because it will be Halloween. So go support Simon and for that wonderful charity stream for races. It's a great thing to support. And then we'll be back the following week for the finale of Romance of the Blue Rose. It'll be great. It'll be great. But on that note, we're going to go and we're going to raid. I think interesting thing. You know who is up to right now talking about TTRPGs?
You are?
Well, Legal Kimchi is up, so we should go raid him.
Yay!
You know, we'll go raid with him. All right. We'll see you next week, everybody. Bye-bye.